We are live.
We are live. Live. Whoa. Hey, I'm hearing that
wrong
live,
radio.
man. Somebody be smoking some dope, man. And I know that was a true statement. Yeah, motherfucker. Wait for me to the first one.
What's that on Iran?
Oh, I ain't seen your boy in a long time.
Vince Gill's in there.
Yeah,
One of the
seen
guys
your
from
boy
ZZ
from
Top.
the Tonight Show's in there, and
Yeah,
and that looks like
Paul
Zeppelin
Paper.
guy. Yeah, looks like the Zeppelin guy in the back with the fluffy white
ZZ
hair.
Top. ZZ Top.
Where? Oh, it is.
There he is.
Yeah, not when talking about him. There's one back there with fluffy hair, white hair. The guitarist from Zeppelin looks like that, but I don't know if it's him or not. I can't see his face.
No, he's a country guy. Steve Martin. I think that's Vince Gill.
Yeah, his fingers are warmed up.
Love the mandolin.
I love the Mandalorian then. Oh, Bruce Bill. I want to say you can play the fiddle.
Yeah. In
We
this
need to make an
context, it's
AI.
called a fiddle. Is that the ZZ Top guy you were talking about?
I don't think it's him then. Not
Yeah, no,
ZZ
he's not
Top,
ZZ
Led
Top.
Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's not him.
he's a country guy.
Yeah, he's not tall enough, and his hair's too thin.
Yeah, and he's not old enough.
Yeah, he's pretty old, but I've seen him playing several songs lately, and some older ones too. He seems to get around a lot. Hey, is that is still the Hammer guy?
Yeah, lots of famous guys in here. There's Earl Scruggs himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
No, that's Sean Kelly, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, Sean. Hey, Sean. Where you at? Paul Schaefer. There he is. Say what you want about Paul Schaefer, but that man can play a piano.
No, he was a lot of
He,
fun.
he,
As long as
he
you
may
didn't
be a
ask him about
complete kook,
politics.
but he can play the piano.
Just don't ask him about his politics. I have to put on my sunglasses when I see him watch. So, man, I hear y'all a bunch of fucking white racists up there in Pittsburgh. We're gonna have to talk about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are you talking about? I didn't hear nothing. We're gonna talk about. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it later in the show. Hold on, don't worry, we going there. Damn, racist. You people, you people in Pennsylvania, are just racist. You're lucky. By one vote, it kept you from being the most racist. So listen, by one vote, it kept you from being the most racist state in the union. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, it's Steve Miller. No, what's his name? The comedian guy. Steve Martin. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen him twice now. Not him, but
Yeah, Steve Martin's in there.
yeah, I've seen him twice now. I was like, but it's missing something. No boobies jiggling around.
Eve.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here
Who the
on
fuck is that guy?
Paranormal Radio Network.
I don't know. He was there. I don't know who the fuck is this guy.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com.
Voices from the past, man. That should scare you people.
You are
That should
listening
scare
to
you.
Yeah, I'll be laughing.
Or Mama's son. How you do, Mama's son?
Are we there?
You just can't trust that Joe guy with the button.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Oops.
Y'all shouldn't be whistling at night. That could be scary, people. Especially if you're
Too
driving.
late. So look, there you go. There's everybody that was in the video.
Yeah,
Just
you
ben,
can-
really good. First banjo is Earl Scruggs. Second banjo, Steve Martin. First electric guitar solo, Vince Gill. Second guitar solo, Albert Lee. I think that's the guy you're talking about with the white hair. Acoustic guitar, Randy Scruggs. Dobro, Jerry Douglas. Fiddle, like we said, Glenn Duncan. Mandolin, which is another fiddle, Marty Stewart. Bass, Glenn Wharf. Drums, Harry Stinson. Harmonica, Gary Scruggs, which I guess is the son or grandson of Earl Scruggs. Paul Schaefer on piano. Organ was Leon Russell. The recorder was Ron Reynolds, who also did the mixing and engineering. So that's everybody that was on there.
Do you know what I found out today that I did not know?
What's that?
Mr. Roy Orbison was part of the Traveling Wilburys.
Yes, he was. So was
Yes.
George Harrison and
Go Star.
Tom Petty. Tom
Uh,
Petty.
Tom Petty. I believe Johnny Cash was in there before he died too.
Jeff
for one
Lynne.
album.
Jeff
Yeah.
Lynne.
I have their first. There's a great band. I don't have their first album. My brother gave it to me for my
They
birthday.
sucked. Big Winky Wonkers, man.
I liked it.
Oh,
It's
they
good.
sucked.
Traveling Wilburys. Come on.
Every time I'd hear him play, I'd have to roll down the window and throw up, man.
They had every washed up wannabe rocker that was a rocker in it.
My point.
The Beatles up.
Joe, what Mother
What?
Earth are you inhaling tonight?
I'm not inhaling nothing yet, and I'm telling you, they like. I wouldn't even let my chihuahuas listen to that crap. In fear it hurt their ears.
All right, Sean, we're gonna have to play Traveling Wilburys song.
No,
tonight.
we will not. I will
Right.
delete both your ass.
Oh yeah.
I have delete towers and StreamYard. Anyway.
It's all right.
Oh, no, y'all gonna have
Maybe
see.
we'll have a little-
They gotta sing something. See, who was at the Met Gala? Since
I
it's,
never watched it, so I don't know.
I heard half the people didn't show up, and Jeff Bezos has got to sell his yacht over, his $500 million yacht. I'm like, damn, Jeff. They say he's selling his yacht to keep up with his wife.
Why in the hell would you ever buy a yacht that's $500 million in the first
Well, you know
It's a
what?
sailing yacht, too. It's not even a. She's a gold digging.
I'm waiting
mama.
for her boobs to explode, dude. Her boobs are about to explode.
You know, she is low class, low rent. If she was a prostitute, I'd be like, no, baby. Not if you even offered it to me for free. I'd be like, get your snaky ass back away from me. Like, he just got, I guess because he had a whole booty since he was in high school, he flipped out when he got something new. Somebody actually probably knew what they were doing.
Hell yeah. But you know what I come to find out growing up? Now, I'm from, I would consider lower middle class where I live
Yeah,
now.
racist Pennsylvania. We know where you from.
And,
We know
But
all
I-
about it.
you
Go
know-
ahead.
I worked at a gasoline station, and it was in the ritzy part of Pittsburgh. And you
Oh,
could
yeah,
tell,
white privilege.
you could tell the women who grew up with money married into money. They
Oh, yeah, there's a difference.
freaking nice, nicest people on earth. But you married a low middle class woman, married into money. She is the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
Well, you know, it's funny because
That's the truth.
Yeah, money does change people. That's for sure.
Well, so I was dating this girl whose daddy owned a Mercedes-Benz company, and she fell hardcore in love with me. And it was right around the same time I met Linda. And she, somehow or another, the two of them met each other, which was odd to start off with. And yeah, guys, just don't ask. We don't want to go there. But so she tells Linda, I'm in love with him. I want to marry him, blah, 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 blah. About 3 weeks later, I'm talking to her daddy. Dad said, you know, if y'all get married, you can come work for me at the Mercedes place. And so I'm going to break out a case of Dom Perignon 55. I'm like, and the whole time I'm thinking, what the hell? I'm barely even knowing these people. And frankly, she was a sweetie pie. I mean, she was as nice as could be. But there's no possible way, as mean as I was, that she would ever have a chance. See, Linda wasn't going to put on no shit. She'd smack me in the head. We'd go at it, until
Well,
one
at
of
the
us
same
was
token,
arguing.
if the father's offering to bribe you with a case of 1955 Dom, there must be something wrong with her.
No, it's not that. He just that's his baby. And whatever she wanted was what she was going to get. I mean, I had known him like a week, and they're like, well, here, just take one of the Mercedes home with you. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's not.
Oh,
bad.
thank you. Yeah.
Southern Belle.
And,
I
I mean, I didn't come
Southern
from.
Belle is what you
I didn't come from a poor family, but I didn't come from a rich one either. Happily comfortable.
Southern Belle.
All I can say about this is I've ridden in, but I've never driven a Mercedes. The first time and only time I ever saw my father get in and drive a Mercedes was the one and only time I rode one. And I was sitting kitty corner to him, so I could see the whole dashboard. And we were in Ohio driving, I forget where we were going, but we were going in my grandfather's Mercedes. It was my whole family. My grandfather wasn't in the car. It was just me and my dad and my family. And he was doing 120 miles an hour. And I didn't say anything, but all of a sudden my mother looked over.
And he
she goes,
wonders why he was a
"What are you
retard.
doing?"
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it was so funny. But yeah, what is it about Mercedes that makes almost every Mercedes I've ever seen has been going, 10, 20, 30 miles over the posted speed limit on the highway? They drive like craziness. And
because you know why? Because those people who are driving probably from Germany where they get the Autobahn.
Maybe so, but I mean, every Mercedes
limit,
goes
buddy.
way over the speed limit, and
something
about the
it
car
just depends.
itself. Everybody
because
speeds when they get in it.
They're not that great of a handling car, unless like
no.
Mom had a 450.
They have a very, very quiet cabin, so it is very easy to get yourself over.
For a luxury car, they're very plain Jane inside. I mean, stuff that just
you're paying for an engine and a quiet ride.
So when you buy a Cadillac or a Lincoln, you're buying a car. You're buying a luxury car, a car with smooth ride.
Yeah, really.
Mercedes don't have a smooth ride. They're a rough riding car. It's just the kind of car they are. Even their most luxurious ones are rough riding. It's just, of course,
they're the best for doing lawn jobs because they're so heavy in the back and they have pretty well even weight distribution on the tires that you can really dig in when you want to dig someone's lawn up that you don't like.
But I've driven new ones, old ones. A couple of friends own one. Susie owned, her family owned a bunch of them. My mom bought the 450e convertible, which was nice. She didn't like it because one, it didn't have real OnStar on board. It had some Mercedes ripoff that wasn't even nowhere near as good as OnStar. She's like, I gotta have my OnStar. I'm like, Mom, she's like, I don't care. But she had a really nice Cadillac. I mean, that car, and it was when she got it was, I guess now would be 10, 12 years ago. It had that built-in follow. You just tell it to follow the vehicle in front of you. Whatever that vehicle did, it did. Would stop, go, keep the distance,
slow down.
Yeah. He did the whole 9 yards. It wasn't shifting lanes or anything, but
the beginning of self-drive, or rather, robotic drive system. Yeah,
and it would park itself and stuff like that, which was kind of cool. I tested it out one day. I just wanted to see. I said, I hit the parallel park button, and
you're supposed to go like this, and
and it goes. I was like, well, that was pretty good.
They also had the one. It's not. I don't think it was Mercedes, but and it didn't parallel park. What you did was you got right directly next to the space, and then you pushed a button, and the body jacked up, and the wheels went and moved you in. Then they turned back face, and the body came back down. You ever see that car? I forget what brand it was.
I could never figure out how that worked. I never could figure it out.
What?
Oh, you have to watch the video. So what happens is, Sean, the chassis actually goes up like a foot. You'll see it. It goes up a foot, so it gives clearance for the wheels to turn 90 degrees. And I think it's an electric motor that does that moves the wheels, and then the wheels move you to the curb. When the two tires hit the curb at the same time, then they fold backwards forward again, and then the car comes back down.
J-Pine needs them.
Coolest idea. I can parallel park, but that's a cool idea.
Why would you want one of those?
It's just easy to park.
It just it looks like a problem. That just looks like a problem waiting to happen. Too many more moving parts than you need.
You ain't right.
Frankie, there's advantages to electric engines. One, there's way less moving parts. They're not near as expensive as a gas engine. Or once you start mass producing them,
no lubrication needed.
It'll be way cheaper. But then there's downsides like gigantic lithium batteries that weigh as much as a car by themselves. So I was watching these people. Okay.
Also, you got to travel 100 miles, and you don't know if you're going to come to a electrical station to charge that bad boy up.
Well, now most cars have built-in software, so as long as you got Bluetooth, you can find where any electric charging station is. There are places in the United States, though. There's still one place on Interstate 10 and 20. There is no charging for over 500 miles. So you got a little problem there. So you have to go off route and find charging stations, like at Mauls.
Go to someone's house,
or some hotels will let you plug up a charger if it's one of the ones that's just been converted. So,
well, you also probably, I would imagine, have to be paying for a room at that hotel. I would imagine. As well.
I'm sure. Well, I was watching a guy, Gene. He's traveling across the USA in a Tesla back and forth, and he's got a generator hook. He's got a trailer with a little generator on the back of it, running all the time. Just battery never gets.
He's cheating.
And I think he says it's. How did he say it the other day? He gets 350 miles to a gallon.
Well, and I'm not sure that that's 100% kosher. I'm fairly certain in most states that if you're hauling a trailer, particularly a trailer that has gas powered things on it, those gas powered things cannot be operating, such as lawnmowers, generators, and the like. So he's not only is
Oh,
he
he might
breaking
have solar powered.
Well, okay, that's different. But if he's got a generator that's a gas powered generator that's actually charging up his vehicle, that's a violation of moving violation law, and it's also cheating. So
Yeah, well, it works though. We had talked about this when we were young. A friend of mine that if for some reason I don't understand why we can't draw power from each wheel and fully charge a car forever, but still. For whatever reason, forgot the reasons. But if
what's
you
it
put
called?
a generator,
Kinetic charging or something like that?
you just put a generator on each wheel and just go. Let
no,
wheel...
but the concept is called kinetic charging.
Well, for me,
the kinetic movement, they do it with like there's watches. When
no. This is like an alternator. There's just a band here, and one goes around the wheel, one goes around the alternator, and it just spins along like you would when the car was driving. Yeah. It just has to have a voltage regulator because just speaking up and slowing down of the car could regulate the voltage or somewhat regulate it anyway.
Well, yeah.
So you'd have to have a voltage regulator on board, but there's no reason you can't do it. And I've often wondered why they won't do it. Just put a freaking alternator on each wheel and go.
Well, could be for the same reason that you said about the idea with the car that raises up and parallel parks itself. More extra moving parts.
There is more, but this is a little different because really the only moving part is the wherever the belt. That'll be it. That'll be the only moving part. Well, I mean, alternator will be spinning, but that's just a typical alternator. That's alternators are pretty reliable up to 200,000 or 150,000 miles. So I mean,
unless you have a British vehicle with a really crappy electrical system and it burns your alternator out every 3 months like clockwork.
Well, that's
I wouldn't know anything about that.
That's when you go out and you pull a fuse box out and you replace all that crap. And,
no, it was no. So it was a British Leyland 76 Model B that I had, and they just in 74 and a half they went from the chrome bumpers to the big fat European style looking rubber bumpers on front and back. If you're familiar with the MGBs, those big, you could basically hit any vehicle nose to nose, and you won't cause any damage to your vehicle. They're that good. But anyway, that aside, so 74 and a half, they changed all this stuff on it. Like the bumpers, they changed the electrical system, the muffler system, the suspension system. They changed the alternator. They changed the master cylinder for the brakes, the master cylinder for the clutch, and they changed from I think a 1.7 liter to a 1.33 or a 1.33 liter to a 1.4 liter engine. Anyway, after they did that, all the systems.
How do you know all this?
I was an MGB owner for a long time, and I did a lot of the work on my own. I owned an MGB, and I did almost all the work on my own. And I researched it. It was one of the most funnest cars. I want to get another one if I ever get the money. They're only about 10 grand still, but they've held their market value in 80, 82, 83. Or 84, the last year they made them. In 1984, MGB fully loaded would have run you, I think, $10,995 in Maryland. Everywhere else would have been like $8,995.
Right. Josh is getting
Jeopardy, and they're still selling in that same price range. So I mean, they've held their value for 45, 50 years.
All right, back to the news.
I could
seriously, Dave, you would win some money.
They
I don't know. You never know. I might choke. You got the live audience. You got Alex isn't there, so you got the new guy. But it's still you might choke. He'll
get what's her name, the Daisy girl. It's
no, I want the other dude, Ken Jennings or whatever.
Yeah, one of the winners there who took over. No, you'll get the Daisy girl. Yeah, give him the Daisy girl. The crazy one that's still breastfeeding her 9-year-old kid.
Me and Bialik? I don't think she's on it anymore. I think it's all Ken Jennings now.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping, because she was only supposed to do special stuff.
No, she hosts. I think she hosts like She hosts a daytime version for kids, but I don't think she does the nighttime version unless Ken is sick or on
Hey,
vacation or
Kara,
whatever.
good to see you.
They get no damn vacations. Anyway, getting back to the news. So let's talk about this racist state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
I never
because
heard of it.
I live there, and I want
So
to hear about this.
today,
What did
by
Sean do
one
anyway?
vote, y'all saved yourself from being the most racist state in the union. You know what the vote was over? They wanted to have an all-white community.
Where?
In Pennsylvania. They wanted to have an all-white community, and it only lost by one vote.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Well,
You Pennsylvanians, man, I thought these rednecks in Georgia was bad. They ain't got shit on y'all.
I can't speak. I cannot speak for the entire state of Pennsylvania. I've only
Me
lived
neither,
here a
dude.
couple years.
I can only speak
But-
for Pittsburgh. Ain't
And I can't speak for Maryland. I'm from Maryland. I was born and raised there, lived there the bulk of my life. There are a couple of cities there that are only black people. One of them is called Tobytown, in fact.
Take care. Well,
So
y'all have definitely moved up the annals of racist towns now.
I'm just
Racist
look at Maryland.
cities.
Maryland literally has a town
Maryland,
called
Maryland
Tobytown.
is Maryland's always been racist though. I mean, isn't that,
Yeah.
I mean, they're just horribly racist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, wait, what city's right there? Why is it not coming in my head? Baltimore.
You got
Baltimore's
Baltimore.
like
You got.
yeah. Baltimore's probably the most racist.
Did
city
you hear
in
the name of the
country,
town
except for
that I
maybe
was
Philly.
describing? Listen, there's a town called Tobytown, and it is 100% black people live in that town, Tobytown.
But they ain't no
and it's
rule to
actually-
that. Yeah, they just live there because they grouping up like that. But that's not a law. They can't say white people you can't live here.
Well,
If
none
they
do.
somebody gonna be in trouble.
None do. Yeah, that's the thing. And almost all of them are bus drivers for the county.
Yeah, that people.
That's
If
no
you-
joke. I'm
Any,
not
any
making that
hate
up. That's
mail, y'all
100%
write to
real.
Jay. You leave me and Sean out of this hate mail.
I did
You
not.
just
That's
write
not
to
being
Jay.
racist. It's
See,
100% true.
What did I just tell you
Look
about
it
these
up.
Pennsylvania people? He giving you Pennsylvania people a bad.
No, I
rap, man.
I just
Bad
deflected.
rap.
I just deflected it from my state to my old state. I'm in
Oh
Virginia.
man, and they're
So-
gonna hate on Maryland. It's rough. It's rough being around here.
Well, Maryland does suck. It's a
Um,
beautiful state, but the
Well,
politics there suck.
so when I seen the article, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So I start reading, and I'm like, "Really? Somebody?" I've actually heard this in other states before, but I'm thinking Pennsylvania up north. Really, how close could the vote be? And then
What-
it
I
was
mean,
like
what's the-
one vote. I was like,
What's
"Shit."
why? What's the motivation behind that? I mean, it doesn't. I mean,
No, that's because there are where is it? Montana or Wyoming,
Oh.
somewhere there are
Oh,
white
you know
cities.
what? You called.
All white
Let
cities.
me jump in here and and just like set the record straight here.
He's
Okay,
fired up,
many
man.
Pennsylvania towns have histories as sundown towns. Do you know what they are?
I don't want to know. It sounds
Sundown
bad.
towns,
Sounds
which
racist
were
to me.
communities that purposely excluded non-white people, often through
Oh, see,
discriminatory
racist.
laws or intimidation after dark. That is Levittown. That's out east. Johnstown. That's the middle of Pennsylvania. And central. Come on, dude, get it right. Doesn't say
No,
Pittsburgh.
man. They were
Doesn't say
talking. No, they were
Pennsylvania.
talking. Pennsylvania was trying to do all white community. Can't get away from it. That's what the
Bullshit.
article says.
Horse
Hey,
smoke, man.
And actually, you don't take my word for it. We published it. It's part of the show tonight. It's actually published with the other articles. We anything we talk about gets published on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it goes. We don't just randomly pick shit. That's how it works out. And y'all aren't the first state to vote on it, but you're the state that came the closest.
well, you didn't put it in the description, otherwise it would be in the banner. So,
It's,
and did you see the background there, Sean?
Mm-mm.
Look at that.
Okay. Yeah, the UFO file release, all them videos. We seen those videos on this show.
Well,
well, they got new ones
but
out now.
There's a bunch of new ones out. Some are kind of cool, and the rest are like, why bother?
Let's
But
see.
they keep hinting, and by they I mean other people like Representative Burchett and President Trump himself They keep hitting that there's more fantastic and stuff that'll, make you poop your pants kind of stuff.
I like what he said today. Trump said, have fun. Have fun watching the videos. That's what he said.
Wow.
Have fun. Hey, since this is news, okay, how about Poland wanting the United States in Poland, the military?
Wait,
Did
what?
you see?
I hadn't heard that, but if they,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
surprised me.
it was one.
You know
yeah,
why?
the
You know
dude
why?
that's in charge- I don't know why.
They got their asses handed to them not once but twice by Germany because they were like the fall guys for both World War I and II. Germany beat the living snot out of that country for like 30, 40
Poland
years.
has the third largest military out there. Poland does.
Yeah.
And the guy from Poland says, well, if you're going to take them out of Italy and you're going to take them out of the other places, Germany, then they can come over to Poland. We'd be more than happy to have them. Is what he said.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Just piss off.
But I'm not surprised. I mean, like literally, they got stomped so bad throughout. From like when did World War I start? 1906. So from 1906 till 1945, that's 40. That's 40 some years. They got their asses stomped by the Germans at the hand and feet of the Germans.
True, but how they became the third largest military is because their economy is booming, and they put most of their money into their military.
Yeah, because they got to deal with Russia,
and they're afraid of Germany still.
Well, they're both part of the EU.
I don't think so, dude.
Twice.
Yeah, they're both part of the EU.
This guy has a bunch of. This guy got big balls, man. This dude from Poland.
Oh, I've seen. Who was it? Rubio was making up with Italy today.
Should be the other way around.
However it was, they were being buddy, and Trump told the Brazilian guy he loves him. Trump told a guy on the phone, "I love you, man." Trump, I didn't know you swung like with the monkeys, baby. You gotta warn him to say stuff like that, Trump. You know the media has too much fun with that kind of stuff. Be like, hey, with the Trump.
What else is crazy too? If you've been watching the media, man, they really have nothing on Trump to talk about. They don't. You can't.
Yeah, and second month in a row, actually third month in a row, good jobs report.
Well, the other thing that just to what Sean just said, one of the reasons they don't have anything to say good, bad, or indifferent about Donald Trump today, he's been on the news like every day for like 12 years straight.
Yeah, he lives rent free in the whole Democrat Party's head.
Hey, Heidi. Hi, Heidi.
They're out of shit to talk about. He's been on the radio and the news and the TV news ad infinitum 24/7 practically for 12 years straight.
Yeah, that's what I said. He lives rent free in a Democrat's head. Right. The whole party.
Yeah, well, not just Democrats. I mean, not just politicians, but extremely left leaning libtards. Like what's her name? The one that's in Ireland that they're trying to get rid of. She's having all kinds of like hourly meltdowns. I don't know, but if I was having meltdowns like her, I wouldn't be like broadcasting them across the internet because then they have evidence come by and like literally put you in the padded room.
Hey man, she's got to make her money somehow, man. Come on now.
Oh my God, it's Rosie O'Donnell. That's who it is. She is such a nut. Get a counselor.
Rosie's got to make her money. I mean, she keeps moving back and forth. She can't sit her ass still because she has to leave the country because Trump didn't because she missed everybody. And she can't let Trump live in her head rent free. I don't know what it is with the liberals and the Democrats and around the whole planet. Trump lives rent free in like 3.5 billion people's heads. Well, probably 3 billion. But still, he lives there for free. And he's driving them crazy. And the bad part is he's not even really trying to drive them crazy. He just does it. They made their own enemy out of Trump.
It's like the natural effect of his orange aura, I guess.
I don't know what it is.
But, I still can't get over how that chick moved from L.A. or California, I think she was from, up into Canada, thinking she'd have it sweet up there. They just kicked her to the curb, man. Now she has nothing, no job, no money, nothing. They don't want nothing to do with her.
Well, the same thing would happen if she had tried to do that by going to Australia. Australia will almost, Australia will almost never allow. They don't hardly let any outsiders, particularly Americans, go there for jobs because it's they're Australian jobs, not American.
Yeah, Australian.
Canada don't want us.
We need to just Apollo and the Apollo.
You're breaking up there, Joe.
Canada would love.
Canada don't want us.
That's weird. Here y'all perfect. Canada.
Yeah, but your mic's popping. Your mic's
only
popping.
Only half of Canada don't love us.
I think Western Canada wouldn't mind having us.
It's the upper half doesn't. The lower half is okay because they're right on the border. Think about it.
So, is Alberta the 51st state yet?
I think if anything's going to be a 51st state, it's probably going to be something that's been trying to get that for a long time. Either Washington, D.C., perhaps Guam. I doubt it, but they've applied many, many times, and Puerto Rico. Be one of those three, I would think. Maybe even two of those three, or three of those three.
What's your thing, Joe? What do you think? What the hell is he doing?
You're a Navy guy. That was semaphore. What the hell did he say? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't do signaling. I don't know. I don't do that.
You're in the Navy. You're supposed to know the semaphore and Morse code, like memorize.
No.
Yes.
I was the cook. I was a cook. I didn't have to go up on there in the freezing cold room.
How do you call everybody for dinner? You can't just ring a bell.
Oh, they'll know. They know. Know what we would make if the energy went down, electricity? Freaking sandwiches, ham and cheese. Yes.
Ooh. Why not peanut butter and jelly?
No, ham and cheese. That was the go-to sandwich. Ham and cheese. Yes.
I think if I were XO, I would change that.
Oh no. That's like mutiny, dude. That's like mutiny.
Ham and cheese. The XO, it's not. The XO, you can be like, hey, Cookie, at lunchtime, let's have peanut butter and jelly, huh?
No, ain't gonna happen. No peanut butter and jelly. Joe will tell you. No, there's ham and cheese. It was ham and cheese.
Yeah. Ham beef, man.
Cheese. Yes.
Ham is not beef.
And you know what was really cool, Jay, about being on
true. We're close enough.
I could come in drunk and go to the galley and make myself 2 or 3 ham and cheese sandwiches, and no one could say a word because I was a cook.
That would been like, have you been drinking?
You're the chief of that area, yeah.
That was back in 1981, Joe. 82.
I'd have walked up when you said, "Sir, what are you doing? You out of your bunk? What's going on? Give me 100 push-ups. I know you're too drunk to do it till you pass out." 15 push-ups in. Boom! You'd be out cold.
When you're done, make me a sandwich too.
I'll tell you another thing, Jay. When we were in Diego Garcia, we were there for 7 months. We would catch red snapper right off the boat, bring it in, and then our officer, the mess officer, she busted us cooking that snapper up. Oh yeah, she caught us.
Get in trouble for it?
Can't do that. You can't do it, but we did it. We gave her a taste, and she said, "You can do this all you want, as long as I get mine."
Red snapper's good. I like red.
I mean, right from the ocean, dude.
I thought that was why is that? Pardon me. Why is that a no-no? I thought that was like a standard thing, like when you're at port, reserve.
Because it's not USDA approved.
Oh, please, come on.
I'm being honest with you, dude. Seriously.
But if you're a cook, you know how to go. You know about that stuff. You know how to properly prepare it without making the crew sick.
Oh, horse shit. They only caught one or two and we cook it for ourselves. Why cook it for the crew?
Oh, well then, okay, then yeah, screw the crew. Why
Yeah.
why is she mad? I mean, it's like going on vacation and getting a fish in a pond, on the other side of the United States, and you cook it and eat it. What's the difference? It's not USDA either,
No, yeah.
I just said, I'm sorry.
know.
It just seems like a silly rule. That's all.
Oh, we lost Joe. Oh, that ain't no silly rule, dude. I mean, you had to go by. You had to go by the rules. You just weren't.
Well,
allowed
I
to do
understand that, but that's a silly rule because it seems to me that if you're out at sea, one way to preserve onboard supplies would be when you're at port, whether it's a friendly port or other port, you let the crew fish, and whatever they bring in, if they want to make a big meal for the whole boat, boom. You know what? That improves morale. A, B, it gives variety into the diet, and it's probably good for you, especially you don't want to eat fish every day of the week. But and then on top of that, it saves money.
We would have to throw out a net and snatch up 200-300 red snappers just to feed the crew, dude.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
If the captain said that the whole crew could do it, if you put 200 people out there and each of them caught one, boom, you just caught enough for the whole boat.
No, you didn't. You caught one for one division, dude, maybe two.
Okay, so then they each got to catch 3 fish.
That was on the sub tender, and oh my God, we had at least 1,500 people on the boat.
The hell?
That was the sub tender. You made some salmon, Heidi. I hate salmon. I despise it. I do not like salmon. Dumb.
Don't you like? Why are you hating on salmon, man?
I don't like salmon.
He got a little too much of that red snapper in the Navy, and he got all
I tell you what fish is good. I don't know if they have it down in Mississippi, but it's called monk fish. Monk.
Yes. Yes, they have that in Mississippi.
That is stuff.
Yes.
They have monk fish. Oh, he's got his thing off.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
I can assure you they do.
Yeah.
I think the monkfish is also part of the pike family.
I don't know, but it's good meat.
Hey, Google, what family of fish is the monkfish?
Monkfish belong to the family Lophioidae, which is part of the order Lophioforms, commonly known as the anglerfishes.
Oh, it's an anglerfish. Okay, not a pike.
Nasty fish, trashy fish.
No, they call it the poor man's lobster. Is what they call it.
A poor man's lobster should just be a lobster, man. Especially if you live up north. Lobster's cheap up north.
Like
and the funny thing about lobster is that everyone thinks it's only for like rich people, but in truth and honesty, it was such an abundant creature way back when that it was actually given to prisoners and the very poor.
Yeah. Yes. There we have alligator. We have alligator gar in Pennsylvania.
That is part of the pike family.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have it in Pittsburgh. But yeah, Heidi, oh my hell, I hate salmon. Nasty. The grossest fish ever. Yes. They're oily.
I can attest to Sean. If it's not prepared right, it can taste kind of gamey. That is for sure.
They're very oily, man. Like what I do for my salmon is that I put it in the water with ice. I always have ice. Okay. And that water turns so damn oily. It's gross. It's
what
really
salmon
gross.
are you getting, man? What the kind of nasty salmon are you getting?
Clearly not USDA.
Clearly something caught in a damn cesspool or something. First off, salmon should never be oily.
We get from two places: farm raised in Chile or the Faroe Islands.
Faroe Islands, where the hell are those? That's
not even real salmon.
Faroe Islands.
Yeah, I've never even heard
I'll find
of
out.
And why are we importing salmon from Chile?
The Faroe Islands?
I know we got salmon out the yin yang.
The Faroe Islands is in the North Atlantic Ocean between Norway and Iceland.
Well, they would probably have salmon.
Yeah, the sea salmon maybe.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, in the cold, deep water.
But then in the other
Big
case, why are we
fat ass
also
salmon.
importing it from Chile? What's wrong with American salmon?
Cost too much? I don't know. I mean, we farm raised. It's cheap. It's not even expensive. It's basically no fat in it. It's lean.
They breed like, very prodigiously, so they can be easily, farm bred. And
Well, yeah, they are. But you know what the best salmon is? The canned salmon to make salmon patties is the best. Yes.
I like certain kind of fish. I'm not a big. I like a lot of seafood, but most fish.
I'm more towards the sea variety of fish, like haddock and like, because one of my favorite dishes on top of tacos is the English fish and chips, which is basically just fried fish patties and French fries.
It's cod.
But it's usually cod. But I've had cod, I've had haddock, I've had all the northern sea, all the fish that you would if you lived in England that you would put in an English food dish, and they're all very yummy. But I think it's because of the cold, and the same for Maryland crab. We would never go and start fishing for crab unless the month had an R in it. So like June, July, August, you don't touch them. September, October, November, December,
crab do you have?
January, February. No, it works. January, so all the months that have R, that's what you fish for.
So you know this. Only 2 weeks of the year we don't eat crab. We don't catch them fresh. Only 2 weeks out. Yeah, and that's during breeding season. Other than that,
okay, I can understand that.
You're missing out.
Hey, look what Heidi did, man.
And we got big monster blue crabs. They're delicious.
Oh, I love blue crab, man. You know what else is a good crab? The soft shell crabs. Oh my god!
I can't do the soft shell, but I do like the blue one.
I'm gonna tell you a little trick: soft shell crab. Order one on a po' boy and don't look at it. Just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it.
Just eat it. Don't look at it. If you look at it, you're gonna gross yourself out. But if you don't, you just eat it. You'll be like, "What the hell?"
Heidi swam with alligator gar, and she wasn't aware at the time.
Because she still got all her toes and fingers, man.
Yes,
could have been rough.
Yes, that would be scary myself, man. Oh God, alligator! God bless you, Heidi. Seriously,
man. We used to catch them off the canal bridges when we were kids. Tie their little mouths up, strap them to the bridge, leave them there. Let somebody come along, get them, and eat them. A lot of people like them gars. We'd be catching them on the canal. We were catching them right out of the drainage canals. They swear there wasn't no raw storage in them canals, and I swear there was. But yeah, we catch them right out the canals.
You know what else is a good fish? You know what else is a good fish is the sauger. Sauger fish. They're part of the walleye. Heard of it. They're part of walleye. Yeah, saugers. Sauger.
I like yellow belly catfish fried, cut medium. I like I like a good speckled trout, especially if it's fresh. Man, they're good, especially.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's hard to come by though in the stores. You have to go out and specifically catch those usually.
For us, 3 times a year they come through the backyard. So
out here you'll never find it.
And when they don't, they're right by the bridge.
Check this shit out, right? Check this side. So I work in the seafood now. I'm the boss of the seafood, and people come up and they, oh, it's so damn expensive for fish, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I tell them? I say, go get a dozen of worms, go up to freaking Lake Erie and catch your own. I don't want to hear
it. When we were kids, we used to catch our own fish. Matter of fact, you'd be sitting there.
But Sean's right. There's this weird trend in retail now. It's even in the hardware stores and the home improvement centers. People come up and they see a tool, an item in the store that they want, and they're like, "Man, I can't pay that. What if I give you $10 for it?" I'm like, "This isn't an auction house, asshole. It's $11. You either pay for it or leave. I can't take money off of the price for you, you idiot. This isn't an auction house.
No, Michael, we get blue crabbers everywhere down here.
Yeah, it runs from Maine all the way down the coast of Florida, all the way down through Texas and the Gulf Coast. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah, they taste better.
But in Maryland, we can only fish them in certain months. They don't allow us because of population thing. But it's almost all of it. They're much larger and meatier in the colder months.
She goes,
just the fact of the way the creature is up here.
Well, we don't have cold months, so they're always fat down.
That's
here.
what I'm saying. That's why we.
But there's about a month and a half. What we call them crepes because they're hollow inside. It's for about a month and a half.
That's when you get them when they're just freshly molded. Yeah.
Well, that and sometimes just before breeding season. But most of the time, you catch crabs on here. They're big. They're pretty. Because all the pods have like turtle excluders and small crab excluders. So the only thing you're catching is 10 inches or bigger. So I mean, they're just always nice, pretty, delicious crabs. It's and you
turtle?
catch them.
Turtle soup sucks.
Turtle soup is first off, it's an acquired taste, and secondly, it's all about who makes it.
Well, that's one thing I haven't had so far.
Monkey brains, strawberry jelly. That's
not looking forward to even having that either.
Especially if it's warmed over.
Monkey brains? Yeah. Monkey brains?
Yeah, it tastes like strawberry jelly.
No, it does not.
It does.
It does, dude.
It tastes like strawberry jelly. It's even almost got the same texture.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Jay's like, no,
I don't even like strawberry enough to be enticed.
I tell you what I didn't like is somebody gave me
strawberry.
Somebody gave me a chocolate covered cricket, and when you crunch into it, it pops in your mouth with a
I did that. That's
nasty. Just nasty. It's chocolate covered ants were fine. You just eat them as like raisins, man.
It was like Rice Krispies. You couldn't tell.
No,
you couldn't tell. It was like Rice Krispies
Oh man, yeah, some kind of sick version.
The grossest thing I ever ate was in Singapore, man. It's called baloo, and what it is, they bury a goose egg for 6 months in the sand. Then they pull it out, and you crack it. You better have a beer, or you better be drunk when you drink it.
You better be already drunk. I don't think having a beer at the same time is going to help any.
You know what? They consider that a delicacy.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, most nasty things are delicacies because nobody wants to eat the damn nasty things. That's what I consider delicacies. I mean, come on, snails started out as a delicacy. Why? Because they were nasty. So there's frog legs and
nasty. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
a
lot of that stuff
What's an aphrodisiac? Is it the snail?
Oh no, oysters are definitely aphrodisiac.
But only for men because they're high in zinc. It's one of those few that's only for men. Chocolate, however, on the other hand, it's like 50-50. It's mostly works on girls, but it also sometimes works on dudes.
Yeah, they like to be encased in chocolate and nibble it off.
No, like eating chocolate, like eating raw, like dark chocolate isn't aphrodisiac.
What I'm talking about, Jay. Never mind. We're not telling Jay nothing else today, man. That went right over his head.
I'm not talking about using. No, you're talking about using it as a sex toy. I'm talking about using it before.
No. I was talking about for chocolate, man. Just
pickled octopus.
No, pickled octopus, man. I've had that.
Very good.
I've had pickled octopus.
Yeah, I had pickled octopus. It was very good.
I've had pickled octopus. Yeah,
I've had fried octopus. I've had baked octopus. By the way, don't ever eat baked octopus. It's not that it tastes bad. It's rubbery. I mean, sometimes fried octopus is rubbery, but man, this was ridiculous.
There's this thing called idako. It's Japanese sushi. Idako. It's pickled baby octopus, and they're only like little. I mean, they're little round balls, like that about like no bigger than that, tentacles and everything. But it's like eating like this big fat number like 4 pencils. It's like eating the rubber eraser off the back of that. It's like take you an hour and a half just to eat one little goddamn gumball sized baby octopus. They're nasty.
Heidi, just today, another scientist came out and said that they're positive that octopus are not from Earth. That there's nothing in the genetic record to even suggest an octopus anywhere. They said they just popped up on the scene. They're not even sure when, sometime in the last couple 100,000 years. They're not even sure if it came here as one piece or somehow or another, because, they can grow things back and stuff, and it has 9 brains. It's just like nothing on this planet.
Well, you know what shocks me about the whole, just the Architeuthis thing. If anyone's familiar with Architeuthis, and I think it's still there. It's been there. I started seeing it when I was like 4 in the 70s at the Museum of Natural History, the Smithsonian Museum in DC. You walk inside the front door, literally, there's a big elephant, or a mastodon rather. You take a left, you walk underneath a model of a 65-foot long blue whale, and then you walk around the corner, and then on the ground underneath of that whale, on the other half of that whale rather, is like a 120-foot long case filled with formaldehyde and Architeuthis. They actually had the entire carcass of a giant squid there. That it's in the museum. It's been in the museum since I was like 4 years old, and they're only just now saying that they found them and they're real. They've known that for at least 60 years, and then they're not. Just imagine if they're doing that with an actual known creature. Maybe that's why they're holding it. They know when they got here.
Mm-hmm. I know. But Jack, squids and octopus aren't the same. No, they're different.
No, they are not the same at all. Very similar. They're as similar as they are dissimilar.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences between it. No, they're not the same species. I know what you were asking, but well, giant squids are giant squids. The problem with giant octopus and giant squids, I have no doubt that they existed, especially before man started hunting everything. And there's no doubt, a small galleon might have been cruising around with a big old squid or a big old octopus ran into it, coming up from the deep.
Look at your art history. Look in the art of the sea art from way back when the high seas adventure times, the exploration years. There's lots of artwork where big-eyed, multi-tentacled creatures are attacking huge schooners. Strange, like razorback fish, even things close to dinosaurs, essentially attacking, modern at that time shipping, which would have been, the giant sail days.
It's we gotta go to break in a minute. Okay.
Oh yeah, we sure do. I wasn't.
Traveling Wilburys.
No gay Wilburys. We're not listening to no gay Wilburys.
Did you get one up there, Sean? You got to get one up. I wasn't paying any attention, man. That was.
I don't know how to get it. I'll send it.
Hey, whoa! I do not want to hear about you two getting it up. I mean, give me a break here, man. Oh my God! What am I going to do with these two people? You need to lock these two up, somebody. I mean, come on. That little conversation they were having there was just scary. I mean, oh man, I thought I was in the French Quarter or something.
At least he's comfortable enough to tell us.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. I thought I was in the French Quarter. No, Jesse, I'm not playing Hurt. That song make people cry, man. Get out of here with that. No, we're not playing Hurt.
No, actually, I have a baby news I haven't seen yet. Do you want to play that?
We'll save it for
It's a new one they just put up a few days ago.
Save it for tomorrow.
No, I'm playing something by request, something that Sean really likes. Actually, Sean hates it. No, Sean hates it, but still. Oh wait, that ain't even the right one. Just you sent me the wrong song. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I see it. Oh no, this song is great, man. Just close your eyes when you're watching it. That's all I can tell you. Don't be a perv. Close your eyes.
That's the one that shakes his. Oh God. Man.
See, Sean knows exactly what's.
Oh damn!
Are you gonna play the video of Sean learning how to use the brass pole?
I'm just. Studio? This is by popular demand. Believe it or not, people write to us all the time about playing music. Some of which we might play, and some of which we're like never in this lifetime is going to get played.
How come they've never won an Oscar or an Emmy or any kind of musical award? Because everyone says by popular demand, but no, they've never won an award.
Who?
Popular demand.
But who popular demand? I mean, who's in popular demand? Who's winning an award?
That's what I'm saying. How come that's nobody? They've never won anything. They always say this is my popular demand, and then they play it. And they're like, how come they've done so many things? How come they've never won anything?
Away from Jay. Take it away. Take the pipe away. Okay, song's being played. We're all going to break.
This medieval war strategy game is absolutely massive. You'll be dropped randomly into the world, never knowing where you'll begin. Every step is uncertain. You might find loyal companions or face sudden dangers that test your survival. And sometimes hidden treasures wait to be claimed. The only way forward is to prepare for every challenge. Recruit allies, train soldiers, and forge a powerful army. Strengthen your defenses, explore new lands, and conquer everything that stands in your way. Every choice shapes your destiny. Rally your courage.
I can't. Oh, there it goes. Where's his damn thing? There, I found it.
That's above and beyond, even for Louisiana standards.
John, it was nothing. Really. Very easy rescue. Ayatollah Trump speaking. Who is this?
Sir, or should I say, Mr. Supreme Leader, it's Kennedy. I just wanted to call and say thank you, sir. You flew across the world, put on a fake beard, shoulder checked the guard, and drove a stolen Jeep through the desert to save my behind. That's above and beyond, even for Louisiana standards.
John, it was nothing. Really. Very easy rescue, actually. Probably the easiest rescue in military history. I walked in, I walked out. I had you in the Jeep before they even knew what happened. Very smooth, very presidential. And the beard looked incredible on me, by the way. Many people said I should keep it.
Sir, that beard looked like a possum taped to a pancake, but your heart was in the right place.
Beautiful comparison, John. Very poetic. Now, listen, I'm sitting here in Tehran, running 2 countries at once, which nobody's ever done before, believe me. I've got the Diet Coke. I've got the desk. I've got the flags. Everything's tremendous. Iran is already looking better. I repainted the office, got rid of the carpets. Very outdated carpets. Nobody should ever have to look at those.
Well, sir, I hate to rain on your parade, but you might want to turn on the television.
Breaking tonight, despite the fall of Ayatollah Khomeini, the Iranian regime's military apparatus is very much alive. Iranian warships have mobilized across the Gulf. Submarines have been spotted. Retaliation strikes are reportedly being planned as we speak. The regime may be headless, but the body is still swinging.
Farm in the wild, raise animals and harvest crops, make food for yourself and for sale.
John, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing it, sir. Them warships are angrier than a hornet in a Coke can. Kamane's gone, but his boys are still out there throwing punches like they didn't get the memo.
This is a disaster. The whole thing is a disaster. I just redecorated, and now I got to deal with submarines? I'm very upset about it, John. Not happy about it. Not happy at all.
Well, sir, we need somebody to fly out there and sink them ships. Somebody expendable. Somebody we won't miss too much if things go sideways.
I'm not sending our top guys, John. Pete Hegseth is too valuable. I'm too valuable. You just got rescued. We're running out of people I care about.
Sir, I got it.
Uh-oh. What is it this time, Kennedy?
The one and only Joe Biden.
What? What in the Louisiana are you smoking, John?
We get Biden. Sleepy Joe. Think about it. He's been wandering around with nothing to do since he left office. He's been turning on the Democrats left and right, probably after 4 years of being stuck with that comma laugh rattling around his skull like a pinball. The man's available. He's got military clearance. And quite frankly, if something goes wrong, the political fallout is manageable.
Half the time, he doesn't know what state he's in. You want him flying a fighter jet over water with live missiles? He'll fall asleep before he gets to the runway.
That's the beauty of it, sir. Low risk, high reward. If he succeeds, we win. If he fails, well, we tried.
Oh, Lord. Okay, get him on the phone.
Mr. Former President, thank you for coming in. We've got a situation in the Gulf. Iranian warships, submarines, the whole shebang. We need a pilot to fly out there and neutralize the threat.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. I've done this before, I think. Was it planes or was it trains? Either way, I'm your guy, Jack.
Joe, listen to me very carefully. I need you to fly a jet, push a button, and blow up some boats. That's it. 3 steps. Can you remember 3 steps?
3 steps. Fly the jet, push the button, blow up the, what was the third one?
The boats, Joe. The boats, for Pete's sake.
Right, the boats. Yeah, I knew that. I was testing you.
You were testing me? Did everyone hear that? He was testing me.
Sir, here's your flight suit. Here's
Oh my
your helmet,
God.
and here's a sticky note attached that says push red button at boats. Should be foolproof. Get him, Tiger.
Oh, I like sticky notes. Joe uses those. Good system, man.
Joe, one more thing. Do not fall asleep. I know that's a big ask, probably the biggest ask of your entire career, but stay awake. The fate of the Gulf depends on you staying awake. Can you do that?
Hell no.
Absolutely, Jack. Wide awake. Never been more awake.
Never.
Ay, ay, ay. That's it. We're all gonna die.
Oh, Lord.
Joe, you reading me? This is your supreme leader from both countries. Do you copy?
Loud and clear, pal. I'm in the jet. Feeling good, and I am feeling sharp. Let's do this thing.
Mr. Biden, you're going to fly south over the Gulf. The warships are clustered in the formation about 40 miles out. Submarines below. Lock on and fire. Simple as crawfish on a Sunday.
Crawfish. I love crawfish. Joe makes a great... Wait, which button is the radio again?
He's already lost, John. He's already lost.
Oh no. Oh God.
Okay, I see him. Big boats, mean-looking boats. I'm locking on. I'm focused. I'm.
Warning. Terrain. Pull up.
Joe, he's falling asleep. John, he's falling asleep.
By golly, he lasted longer than I expected. That's almost a compliment.
Oh no.
This is nice. Very nice. No meetings, no stairs, no teleprompter, just PC. No, not the laugh.
Joe, pull up.
Pull up. What are you doing?
He's falling faster than approval ratings in an election year.
I'm up. Nobody, and I mean nobody, makes me hear that laugh and gets away with it. Where are those boats? Where are they, man?
He's awake. He's angry. This might actually work.
The Kamala alarm worked better than any alarm clock in history.
Locking on, all of them. Every last ship, every submarine. This one's for 4 years of that laugh. That's what happens when you don't subscribe. Jack?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Joe, I got to say, and I don't say this often, you did a tremendous job. Very impressed. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. I don't even believe it.
Thanks, Jack. I was motivated.
Motivated by the nightmare of Kamala's laugh. If that ain't American fuel, I don't know what is.
Joe, come here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're a hero. A sleepy, confused, barely functional hero, but a hero. And I respect that. I respect it very much, actually.
Thanks, Don. That means a lot, I think. What were you doing again?
Mr. Former Director, on behalf of the Gulf, the company, and everyone who's ever been woken up by a terrifying sound, thank you. You flew in there like a bat out of a bad dream and got the job done.
I appreciate that, Senator. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a nap, a real one this time. No Kamala.
Somebody get this man a juice box and a blanket. He earned it, very much earned it.
Think you'll remember any of this tomorrow?
Not a chance, John, not a chance. But that's okay, we got it on camera. And the ratings are going to be incredible.
I love Licky Tower with the sprinkle
Lord.
and the
Oh, we back to the real world. All right.
Oh, we're back. Yeah. That was kind of funny. Not as funny as some of the other ones, but it was funny.
Yeah, they just got to shorten them a little bit. That's all.
That one was only 9:51.
Yeah, no, that's not hard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of the ones they got are like 18, 16 minutes, which they're all good and they're all funny. Just sometimes, if I want to air, they're a little long.
They're a little long.
Jesse, we play 10-minute clips all the time. That's not unusual now. So how are the Dems who could think they're going to win the midterms? I mean, I keep hearing polling numbers, but polling numbers don't mean dick, especially for Democrats. We know that.
Well, I think it's looking less likely now since the Supreme Court kiboshed the
Virginia deal.
The Virginia
that's another thing. So here's this woman who runs for governor. I listened to her
on a moderate ticket, by the way.
On a very moderate ticket. So she gets in office and immediately she goes hog shit crazy. Now they got her saying that she knew that this couldn't win because they were basically breaking their own laws. That's why they were going to vote on it to change the law, but that was actually illegal. So the first court stepped right in and said, no, it's illegal. So they said, okay, she said, fuck it. We'll take it to the Supreme Court in Virginia. And of course, they're liberals, so they're going to side with us. Well, actually, they're not all liberals. And secondly, they said, no. What you're doing is 100% illegal. Sorry.
Hey,
so
you
now
can't rewrite the Constitution to do what that's what they were doing. She was trying to rewrite the Constitution of Virginia in order to do what she was trying to do, and it's 100% illegal.
So they get slapped with that, and then of course she was running her mouth, and the attorney said, well, there's nothing you can do because the Supreme Court is definitely not going to side with you. You can tell from their last ruling they have no qualms about not deciding with you. He said you're lost this. You're not going to happen. It's not going to happen in your state. And besides that,
until it's time. Yeah.
Besides that, you only get to stay for 4 years, and there'll probably be a Republican governor take over anyway. So
after this fiasco, you betcha.
Well, it cost them $64 million for nothing.
Wow.
$64 million.
Holy
yeah.
But Joe, how about Louisiana? Aren't they doing that or trying to do it down there?
No, Louisiana. So the Supreme Court sided with Louisiana. Louisiana said that you can't draw districts up based on color. It's illegal and unconstitutional. And it is. The Constitution says you cannot do it by color.
There's even a spokesperson for one of those all black communities, I believe, that was protesting that not including them was racist. You can't have it both ways, buddy.
A lot of blacks have come out and said this is the first time that blacks have an honest shot, meaning that they're not getting something handed to them because they're black. They're getting something handed to them because they were the right person to get it. And a lot of blacks respect that. And you can hear that in a lot of people. Like, you don't hear, I said this for 30 years. I don't understand why blacks call themselves African Americans. You're an American of African descent, but you're not African American. You're here in this country and you're not trying to leave, which means you want to be here because you could leave. But no, they stayed. So that was a choice. After a certain point, it becomes a choice. And so they choose to stay. Therefore, they choose to live American. They choose to live the lifestyle. And then, of course, the lifestyle has changed. When in the deep South where I live right now, when I was 16, this was one of the most racist places on the fucking planet. If you were of any color other than white, you was getting effed with, no matter what. And they still have issues sometimes because, like in New Orleans, they don't give a shit about anything. Color, race, sex, creed, none of that crap matters down there. Everybody's just down to have a good time. We don't really care, what sex you are, what color you are, any of that. Mississippi, in certain parts, is still a bit on the racist side. So if you go to Jackson, Jackson is 96% black. It's the capital of the state, and it's the largest city, and it's 96% black. So if you're a white person, it's sketchy depending on where you go in Jackson. But then you flip that over and come down to one of the border ones, and you might find that the black population is less than 8%. So those cops are generally on the racist side. So Biloxi hosts Black Spring Break. They've been doing it for about 10 years, and they were making a lot of money, but they just couldn't help their little racist old ways. They had to stop people, harass people. And it's not that the kids weren't causing trouble. They were, but let's be honest. Anybody who's been down to Daytona Beach or any of the Atlantic Coast beaches doing spring break understands that everybody gets a little bit rowdy. It doesn't really matter what color you are. You just get a little rowdy because you've been drinking and smoking and toking, and weed's legal now.
And most of them are so young they don't know how to control themselves on those things. So
the court system's having a heart attack now that marijuana is a Schedule 3 drug.
Yeah,
because they got all these people in jail for Schedule 1. So they're kind of, oh no, it got slapped. So they've been able to.
The Supreme Court's going to look at it again later this year in the summer.
Well, no, it's not that. Some medical stuff just came out about 2 days ago. So they found out that marijuana with a THC higher than 30-35 causes neurological damage, and they can prove it. So, and it makes, of course, it does stuff that we already knew marijuana did. It makes you anxious. It makes you paranoid. Anybody who's ever smoked really good dope knows sometimes that shit happens when you're smoking it. But this starts to become an all the time kind of thing. So now they've got this. It's going to be hard to get away from this. But it also says that anything below that does not cause that. Well, THC 30 is a 25 to 30 is good. It'll get you good and high, get you effed up. The only time you really find it in the 50s outside of a vape is maybe out in Cali or in Colorado.
It's infused with something, yeah.
Well, no, they actually have bud in Cali and in Colorado that is 50 THC. But it's hybrid strains and cross strains, probably from 5,000 different versions of, Cannabis Cup Award winners.
Yeah, but most of the stuff we see over here that it is 50, it's usually infused with
some bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean marijuana should be illegal? It is still illegal in some places. In Mississippi, you have to have a card to get it, and you have to have a doctor's thing that says it. Now, this is all going to change. Now, if it ever drops below a Schedule 3, which puts it down with Tylenol, I think at 4, I'd have to go look to be sure. That means it's over the counter, like cigarettes. And technically, let's just be honest, cigarettes are far more dangerous than pot is.
So is booze.
Yes. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to get around.
They're both Schedule 5 along with caffeine.
So do you know if they lower pot to Schedule 5, this shit will become so cheap you only know what to do with it. They'll start selling cigarette packs, like $3 cigarette packs.
Have you seen? I haven't read all of them. I read part of one. I don't have time enough anymore in the day to do things. But there are at least 3 articles out there that suggest in North America, Asia, and Egypt that marijuana was part of everyday early life.
Well, marijuana was in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But Jesse, that's where smoke and rope comes from. Most rope was made out of hemp, but it's still marijuana. No, hemp is marijuana. It's just like THC at 5 to 11 or something. It's very low.
But
don't
you
get
hit
me wrong,
it with
you'll get your
fire.
load.
You hit it with fire, and it doubles, and it becomes like marijuana THC.
Yeah,
the
but
THCA becomes THC.
Yeah, but it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, no, and it can cause you to have a headache.
Well, yeah, because the Delta 8 and the Delta 9 is just different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you see people selling that stuff online for $35, that's not real marijuana. It is, and it isn't. Yeah.
It's usually THCA, and what you want to look for is a higher Delta 9 number than of a Delta 8 number. If it has higher Delta 9, then it's going to work better for you. Delta 8 higher, you're probably going to. It'd be like in back in the day when you smoked a seed or a stem, you got a headache.
Well, because hemp is not designed. Marijuana is designed to be smoked. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably somebody upgraded some hemp somewhere along the line. Hemp is great for rope and clothes and all sorts of shit. Can even be made into a fuel. So it actually has a lot of
lubrication,
uses.
paper.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, they got whole festivals and all the different kind of stuff that can be made.
The industrial and textile strength of both marijuana and hemp byproducts is astounding, and it's a shame. Most of the dispensaries and growing houses aren't recycling the fibers in any kind of substantial way. It seems like they're not making paper or fabric out of it.
There was some that may change now that it's a 3. Well, if it goes to 4,
yeah, that may
do with the leftover. There may have been leftover THC in the channels between the stems and where the flowers and all grew. It was like that's kind of a little on stupid side, but hey, look, I mean, when you make tea, it's what you use. Is
anyone knows if you've ever been desperate enough to cut up stems and smoke them, you don't even catch a rudimentary buzz except from the fact that you're dizzy from coughing, and that's about all that you'll get from it is a burnt throat, cough, and dizziness, and the dizziness is from coughing.
So Jesse, no, that's the thing. You don't smoke any of that. You throw that into a pot and boil it, turn it into tea.
Yes.
Then it leaches the THC out, or whatever's left in there. It leaches out. Trying to smoke it it'll just rack your brain out. Well, you shouldn't be smoking this stuff anyway. Marijuana is bad for you. Bad. Especially if you live in Colorado, it's like triple bad for you. It's even worse there. Lack of oxygen makes the brain get wackier faster.
Yeah, okay. That's one of the appeals to moving to Colorado. I feel like I will lose several hundred.
You wouldn't even know your name. They put you, especially if you move to Denver, you're like Jay. I say Sean, you'd answer me. I'd be like, oh, okay, what the fuck? It would be,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, getting Jesse. Now we're gonna get back to real news. Jesse's my news agent guy. Now he says he's keeping us straight and narrow. We ain't been doing a good job tonight, is all I got to say. But no chocolate chip cookies for you. Jesse's supposed to make sure we stay. No, Jesse's supposed to make sure we stay. He's supposed to be a Pal Talk listener, but I didn't open it up tonight. He's messaging me, and he's like, he starts off with.
He said, ask Jesse what he wants us to talk about.
Well, he said, because we got a whole list of shit on the site. That's what I'm saying. He said, man, I ain't heard y'all say like 2 news things all night. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Yeah, you missed it. We talked about the 2 news things at the very beginning, or the 3 news things at the very begining. We're on the news stuff.
You see, Jesse acts like he's a guy, but Jesse's not a guy. Oh no, Jesse, I remember you from the Pal Talk days. I know what you look like. Oh yeah, I know who you are. Anyway, Newsom cut out what? So right now, Newsom was trying to bullshit Bill Maher about the tram, and Bill got in trouble because he didn't call him out on it because he said stuff like, "Oh, this is from 3 administrations now. We don't spent this, and all this is paid for. Now we can just start laying track." He said, "Yeah, you've been saying that for 8 years there, huh?" But he didn't. He got in trouble. His audience tore his ass up about it.
Yeah, they're what 15 bill or 50 billion, 51 billion.
I thought they said 150 billion.
That's the projected final, but what they have spent already is 51 billion, and they're at like 3 miles of track and not even a functional train. What the hell's going on? That's a failure, Newsom. That's a failure. That's not progress.
He says it's the other administrations fucking around. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I can only tell you what Mr. Newsom's saying. The next president of the United States, according to him.
Ooh, mountain lion. Cool.
That's for the women in our chat.
What about us dudes? What are we? Chopped liver?
I know, huh?
Yep. See, here's the response, guys. Oh, I love that, Sean. Thank you. You're welcome, Heidi.
Sean's a liberal, man. We know the truth.
Go to hell.
What? We know the truth, man. You're a liberal, man.
Go to hell. Go to hell.
It's the fuck is this?
Hey, I resent that saying that you just said. I resent that.
Man, what you resent? Where do you live, man? Come on, tell me where you live. Don't you live up north?
I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yes. So you're a liberal Yankee, actually. So yeah,
the western part of the state.
The John Fetterman dudes.
What about Sean Fetterman?
John Fetterman.
He might not even be a politician in 4 years.
He might be a president in 4 years.
Nah, that's never gonna happen. But
no.
I like Fetterman, but that's
No, it ain't happening.
not unless he learns what a fucking suit is. It's
yeah.
No, Fetterman's a good guy. No, the argument right now is so the Democrats want a primary and try to keep him from getting back in. But they're thinking if somebody from like Rubio,
they don't like him because he plays nice with the other children, and they're not.
But they think if like Rubio or Vance comes out and endorses him, it might help. But see, if I was him, I would just let Rubio endorse me. Vance, I like Vance, but Vance has said some things that makes me wonder where his brain comes from.
He's a redneck. I mean, he's a jock. You know, he's not a redneck. He's a jock. He's
I was even called redneck, man.
If you were in high school, he would be like the star football player, the star basketball player, whatever sport he was in. He'd be like the captain of the team, whatever.
Guy jerking off,
and he'd probably be a douchebag if he were a nerd. So that's where JD Vance is at this point.
Well, he's got a hard time because Rubio just shines, man. I mean, Rubio's out there No, Jimmy Rubio's got like his own personal ball shiner, man. I mean, this dude is
and he took on another job. He's what, 6th or 7th,
But think about it just this week. This week alone, he's been out in the Middle East. He's met with all kind of those world leaders. Then he stops off a pizza and a hot dog with the Pope at the Vatican, gets a olive branch and leaves him a crystal football. And,
wait, how did they get a hot dog over into Italy?
So get this, the Vatican's building a restaurant inside the Vatican that serves Italian food, but it also serves specialties that the Pope likes, like hot dogs and pizza.
Ah, he's American.
I forget. Yeah.
It's Chicagoan. Yeah. So he's going to like some hot dog and pizza.
So it's a slaw dog, huh?
Yeah. So he's, but they hit it off well. And then, Trump's all down there and falling in love with the Brazilian leader. And I had to go make sure it wasn't a girl. It was some ugly guy. And then Rubio's over there with the Italian saying, "Hey, look, we love you, man. You sure you know what happens if we pull our defense, right? You kind of be like speaking Russian or maybe Chinese. Think about that." I can hear Rubio now. Rubio we would have never known when President Trump was calling him Mr. Small Fingers, Mr. Small Hands, that he would turn out to be the guy that he is.
He's grooming. You're right. He's grooming this man for the next election.
Shit, this man, he is, but this man's grooming himself too. He's not playing around. I'm like,
well, how many jobs does he have? I mean, he's all the different.
I've lost count.
Now he's doing temporary. The news guy. He cooked for what's her face. She's had her kid.
Oh yes, congratulations to Karen Levitt. Yeah, she had a girl. So everybody, congratulations. That's her second one with this gentleman she's with. Her sugar daddy. Carolyn, I love you, babe.
He's your sugar daddy. What's he got? 30 years on her?
Yeah, he's in the 60s. So, well, what do you mean, Carolyn? And I was in my 60s. I'd be like, "Hey, baby, give me a break, man. Girl's a hottie." It's and I don't even like blondes. Technically, I'm anti-blonde.
But she's a smarty. She's smart too. On top of
she is smart,
pretty.
And what do you mean? Why I don't like blonde? I'm just not a fan. It's not like I've never dated blondes when I was younger. It's I prefer dark, mysterious women.
It is.
What can I tell you? It's a thing. It's a personal preference. Everybody has their personal preferences. Like some guys like thighs, some guys like shoulders, some guys like big boobs, some guys like big butts, some guys like all of it together. Like some Barbie thing going around. I'm gonna have to make an AI video. No. On the Pittsburgh thing, no, that's a real story. You can look it up. Yeah, it's a no, it's just one of them weird ones that. So I get all these different news feeds come in. Plus, I got like 12 or 14 feeds on the television on Roku and Amazon. But anyway, it just was one of them things that popped up, and I wasn't surprised when they said an all-white town. Somebody wanted to make one, or an all-white zone. Actually, is what they said. Because it's not the first time that I've heard that in the United States, and there are some places in the United States that there is all white people. And there are states where the colored population, I don't want to say black people, just colored people, is less than 1%. And you know you want to know something about all of the states that have very few black people in it? You want to know something they all have in common? They're all blue states. All of them.
Oh, I'm going to share this.
Can I get something else about those places too, Joe? But they also have the highest crimes per capita too.
It's just one of them things. What's up, Sean? Just the way it plays out.
I saw something on TikTok today where this one young black man asked this other black dude, says, "What do you think of the Confederate flag?" And the dude said, "I love it. I love it. It's our heritage. It's And he goes, I would rather be with a redneck if war ever broke out in the United States.
Yeah, that's why you got all those videos down there. The Chinese invade the South, and then by the time the military gets there, it's just a bunch of cooked beer cans and shotgun shells laying around because there ain't nobody around. But most of my black friends consider the Confederate flag to be the rebel flag. They didn't really consider it to be a slavery thing, but some did. Yeah. And I mean, that's the Union Jack, Jesse.
Yeah.
Technically, the Union Jack is the British flag, but
it's very similar.
They're both Union Jacks.
This was the main flag of the Confederate Army. This is their battle flag.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do. It does not represent slavery whatsoever. All it represented was the Confederate Army on the battlefield. It's like you knew which group to stand.
Well, Frank, think about it. So the slave owners back in the day were all Democrats. And almost everybody in the South was a Democrat. Yeah, they had a name for them.
Sharecroppers?
No, plantation crats or something. Anyway, there was a name for the Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember right offhand, but then somebody came along and said, you know what, slavery's not right, because the British had already started freeing slaves. And not just that, they were intercepting slave ships going up and down the Atlantic coast and freeing the slaves, which most of them ended back up in slavery anyway, but still.
Also, almost all but I think I was shocked about this. All but 3 of the southern states had repealed their slavery laws before before the Civil War. And the Civil War ended in 1965. Most of the northern states, which were highly democratic as well, they didn't free their slaves until I think the last one was 1853.
Yeah, it was weird. So it was weird. So first off, getting back, So first off, Jack, the way it all happened is because of the Brits and the slavery, the Republican Party was born. The Republican Party was born for one thing: to free slaves. It did its job. And it wasn't just that. It didn't just free the slaves. It was the one that gave reparations, 40 acres a mule, all kind of food. Yeah, so they gave him 40 acres a mule. So and then they gave him, and I know that was actually after Lincoln. So
where's my 40 acres a mule? I mean, that's not fair.
So they were 40 acres a mule plus all the seeds they could get, clothes, tools, stuff like that, and
This is
do you know how much
version of DEI?
Yeah, so do you know how much 40 acres in Virginia is worth today? And do you know what a mule in Virginia would be today? It would be a $40,000 tractor, and you'd be talking $300,000 worth of land. So I got a hard time with reparations. I mean, they were paid pretty good for the day. And they had the choice also to leave the country. They didn't have to stay. If they wanted to leave, they would help them to get back to wherever they wanted to go, which none of them wanted to leave, but still, well, I'm sure it was a few, but well, I still think they've thought, even with the slavery and all the crap that was going on in the United States, it was still a better place than Africa was, where they were captured and sold to slaves.
The first black army regiment in this country was fielded by the Confederate Army. The second black regiment in this country's army history was fielded by the North some 2 years later. Think about that. If it was over slavery, why did the Southern gentlemen who were running the army use their slaves as cannon fodder? They weren't. They were all given. They all were given the same thing. If they made their mark and survived 2 years of service, they would be given an acre and a mule and a freedom.
Hey, Amelia.
Hey, Mr. Antonio. You just missed us talking about nasty food, actually nasty appetizers earlier, huh?
Hello to everyone in chat. Hope I'm doing great, Amelia. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Beautiful. But you know what Longstreet said to the one British general, or the British guy? He said, what we should have done was freed the slaves and then fire on Fort Sumter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody got freed. Everybody got a choice. And then for the next 100 years, the Democrats fought every step to really make them citizens of the United States. The Democrats voted against the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th Amendments, which gave them the right to vote, gave them the right to be citizens, gave their children the right to be here, the whole 9 yards, and they voted against all of it. And because they couldn't win, they formed the KKK and the Jim Crow. I to this day, I cannot understand why any black person would ever vote for a Democrat. I mean, that is the oppressors. That's who oppressed you. You know, you want reparations? You should be looking at the Democratic Party.
Probably brainwashed. They were brainwashed.
The media does it. It's the Democrats. They've been doing it since back then. They will do something and then blame the Republicans and get away with it.
Can USA come back and get Barack? Thank you from
No, y'all stuck with him.
So that's an excellent segue.
You keep him.
So that's an excellent segue. So Barack comes out on this guy's podcast the other night that him and Michelle are having problems. So, you know, one of the things I love about Trump is he lives rent-free in so many liberal and progressive Democrats here and around the world that it's not even funny. Can you imagine that your only thought just consumes you all the time? You know, maybe think about when you were 14 or 15 in love with some supermodel or something. That might have been all consuming, but that's how they are about Trump. I mean, he lives in their heads, and it just makes them, it makes them serious crazy is what it does.
Well, look at NATO, same way. He lives in their head.
Yes, but he needs to live in NATO's head, because NATO is not just about the Brits, about everybody. And, you know, we all need to be that. And that's going to be another thing. That's going to be another kind of split. It's looking like we might dump some countries and pick up some countries. So they're really looking like they're going to be an Eastern NATO and not protect Western Europe. We're going to make them protect ourselves. Going to be like, look,
really, how come he's up in Canada?
Who cares as long as he's up there doing it?
But anyway,
getting know what he's doing up there.
But because he's pushing his new TV show, his new TV thing. But
look at it like this, Sean. As long as he's up there doing it, whatever he's doing, he's not doing it here, so he can't cause this country any harm while whatever he's doing, he's doing.
It's more. That's what I was saying. That's what we were segueing into. So his wife is pissed. She wants him out of politics. She's told him more than once, and she's told other people more than once that he should be retiring. She said, "Stop getting into it with Trump. It's not your job. What would you say, George Bush? Every time you said something, you know." She's like, "No, you need to quit it."
It's very clear who wears the pants in that family, and it's him. I mean, her. I mean, Michael. I mean, Michelle.
It's somebody, because I think it goes back and forth. I'm not sure they know who wears the pants in that family. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, they probably both wear skirts behind the scenes.
You know, so I'm not. You know, it's just. But anyway, she's pissed. She wants him to retire. Let's look. She says, we're rich. Let's travel. We got homes. We got $80 million in the bank. We can go out and make TV shows.
Check that out.
He's playing it clueless because I mean, they're both talking about each other on their different various podcast venues or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, she's ragging on him on her show with her brother. I guess that's who's her guest host or host. There's whatever's happening there. I wish they'd keep it to themselves because I'm really entirely disinterested in it. I couldn't care less. I don't want to know about it. It's actually making me sick to think about it.
Why?
Well,
I'll tell you what, live rent free in your head, Jake.
Yeah, so that's like Jimmy Kimmel. Why every time I turn on the news I hear about Kimmel? Like nobody I know could even care about Kimmel. I mean,
why he's even still on
I've
TV,
actually started muting different news agencies because they're carrying the story because I'm tired of seeing it. And now Colbert's leaving, and they're going to have a big Obama's going to be on his show, and all kind of other late night hosts are going to be on his show. David, fucked up Letterman.
Check this shit out. This actually works. Y'all remember Monica Seles?
Never heard of him.
Y'all remember what's her name? The girl with the wrecking ball, Miley Cyrus. You remember her?
Never heard of her either.
Okay. Yeah. You know why you don't remember them? Because at one point they were loud, noisy, pain in the asses in the news, and when everybody started to ignore them, they disappeared. So if you start ignoring Jimmy Kimmel, that fool will disappear. He's worthless. He's not funny. He's not a comedian. You can't go up and and it's basically, in my opinion, that was a threat. It wasn't a joke. It was a threat on the president's life. That joke he made about Melania being an expectant widow. You can't stand behind the veil of comedy.
Let's look at this differently. Let's think you're Kimball's wife. Okay, first off,
she's a
you Kimball and Kimball's wife and her and the 4 kids, 2 from his first marriage and 2 from her, have to compete with Melania and Donald Trump for his guy's attention. Because this is all he ever talks about is them two. Talking about the president's talking about the president's one thing, but as a woman, she can't appreciate him saying, "Oh, she's so pretty and she'd make a great widow." I mean, women get irritated with that shit after a while, even if they don't like you. It's and he's such a cowardly little
even in
shit.
poor taste. It's not funny, Joe. I mean, the way he even knew as it was coming out of his face, he knew it wasn't funny, and he knew that he probably should have stopped halfway through, but he kept on going. You can see him hesitate during the presentation of the joke.
I believe his last show is the 21st. Colbert's here.
Oh, thank God.
He's gone after that. Well, Obama said he could make a better president than most. That's why Obama can't never get elected again. He's an idiot.
The one thing we can't have is a crying, whiny baby TV show host like Jimmy Kimmel. He can't be president because then Putin will definitely attack us if he becomes president.
I don't know.
He cried on national television for Christ's sake. He can't be president.
I don't know when TV hosts thought they could be such great politicians. I mean, really and truly, the only TV host that ever was an actual president was Trump. Everybody else, I mean, we had a movie star, but that was a little different. And he was also governor in California.
Too. Yeah,
but still, he was a movie star and a previous governor. He
was also president of the Screen Actors Guild for many, many years. So I mean, he worked his way up to that position. It's not like he just hi, I'm here.
Jimmy, we're talking about Ronald Reagan, and no, he was a B actor. He wasn't an A actor. Reagan acted in a lot of movies, but he was a B actor. Yeah. He was just famous enough that it made him. He was just famous enough and non-offensive enough that he got elected in California as a Republican.
He gave 2 pay raises, Joe. He gave 2 pay raises.
Ronald Reagan was a good governor and a good president. Come on, he ended communism in Russia. I mean, you got to give him credit for that. He put the screws to Russia.
Germany.
No, he ended
Germany first.
But they both. What I'm saying is, communism left Russia because of Trump. He's the one that forced the issue when he told Gorbachev, "Come to the wall." I mean, all of that eventually caused a collapse. So the only reason Russia let East go is because they were collapsing, and then they did collapse, and then we got supposedly a republic. So I don't know what he actually ended up being, some kind of weird democracy. Kimmel
has less than 140,000 viewers. We got more than that on this show alone.
Well, we got listeners. Yeah. No, listeners and viewers are different things, people. Let's not get crazy, but our viewership will
Still
be
got more.
Yeah, once when this show's seeing 200,000 viewers, we're all getting a nice fat $10 million a year paycheck. It's
I hope so.
unless your name is Sean, and then you have to donate it to charity.
Yeah, right.
No, that's actually an actual rule in the network. This gentleman named Sean, who hosted our number 3 show, our third show we ever had on the network,
is to prevent hostile.
So he
of
said
Sean
that
taking over.
if anyone on the network named Sean ever was to become a millionaire because of this network, then they would have to donate their income. To the Sean Joe
It's to prevent this
Montaldo.
from becoming the network of Sean's, which it's there's like already 15 Sean's on this network already.
Yes, I know, and they all spell their
right.
name different.
There's only
All
one
you
now.
motherfuckers spell your name different too. What is people? I don't know how many ways you can spell Sean, but it gets a little weird around here. I'm just telling you.
3 ways, bro.
Oh,
3
I think there's
ways.
4 ways in the network. I think there's 4 in the network. But anyway, enough about all of that. Getting back to the news. Wait, what is this? Who sent me this? Oh, I guess we can try. It's 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. This is 3 of Sean's favorite people. Oh, shit. Here we go.
You're such an ass tonight. You are being an asshole tonight there, Joe.
Well, you know I love you, Sean.
I love you too, but you're being an asshole tonight. Amelia, come down and kick his ass. Please.
Let's not get kinky now, okay? This is only an R-rated show. That kind of stuff would go up a notch. Let's see. Now you made me forget what the hell I was doing.
Oh, we're putting something up. Yeah, there it is.
Ah, there we go. Okay, let's go play this. Whatever this is.
Why?
Oh.
So somebody's got to get in your head. I got to give you stuff to argue with your brother.
You know what, Joe? She says, behave, Joe. Joe.
Thanks for laughs. They are not
know
being
it's big-
coy about how they feel about Trump's win.
It was a terrible night for women, for children.
You should love this kind of stuff. Let's go grab
Well-
a girl.
It happened again.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is good, man. This is a good one. I like this one.
Oh shit! Let's see.
It's Weird Waldo.
Like, we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be like a moving back.
You'll be Canadians.
Democrat Party
Oh, yeah.
rapidly entering the abyss. Fake news tries so hard to cover it all up. Can you ignore it? Can you dismiss this? Dream if we can, a country. The absence of violence and gloom.
Don't know, Kara. Don't know what.
Endless, right, curious stories that feel the peace between me and you. How can the Dems still be standing? Each of them bought and sold. Maybe they just need new branding. Maybe they just miss Obama too old. Maybe they just miss Kamala. She wasn't qualified. Look at them scream at each other. This is what it How can the damned still be standing? Each of them bought and sold. Maybe they just need new branding. Maybe they just miss Obama. To be old, maybe they just miss Kamala. She wasn't qualified. Look at them scream at each other. This is what it sounds like when dads cry. When dads cry.
What I was doing. How about you?
When dads cry.
Oh, Karen.
You see what Amelia wrote? She said Mike Davis tweeted, "What's Obama's subversive Marxist cooking up in Canada?"
Maybe he wants to come up there and be our next prime minister.
Ooh, yeah.
I didn't think you had to be foreign born in Canada, do you? He might be there to take.
Up there trying to get Canadian, that asshole Upper Carney to like do some shady shit.
I don't know, but he better be careful because he knows Trump's watching his ass. And Tulsi Gabbard's watching his ass. He better be really careful. Tulsi like nothing more to put her high heels up his ass.
Well, didn't he get? He's not a citizen. Holds American passport. She said.
I'm sure they could rush his citizenship.
He could, Amelia. I would think he's up there because he knows he's going to go to jail. I believe that.
That's true too. He might be making, but we have extradition with Canada, so I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, we do.
That would be most. Sorry, guys, I must have had that on the screen. It's wasn't paying attention. Yeah, no.
Look, I mean, doesn't Barack Obama have two passports? One a forged one from America that says Barack Obama, and one the original one that says Barry Soetoro from Kenya.
I don't know.
Well,
she said he's here for the conference with Alex Soros.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
Good, y'all keep them two idiots up there. Make sure they don't get out.
Lock their asses down, man.
Exactly right, man. Just stick the RCMP on them, and then put them in a deep dark hole with a lockable jail door, and then throw the key away. Boom.
So let's hear. Where'd the room go? Let's hear what this guy has to say about the governorship of California. I think this is one of the guys running, actually. Is this it right here? Yes, I think that is it. Let's post it up there. Am I on the screen?
Hang on. It's there now.
Okay, cool. Where
I had that one up.
Oh, I like this guy. He's a good dude.
He's Democrat, arguing about whether to go left or even further left when that's the direction that's got us into this mess. The highest cost, the highest taxes in the country. I'm the only person here with actual experience of single-payer healthcare, both as a patient and as a policymaker. As a patient, it nearly killed me. That's another story we don't have time for. As a policymaker, you end up with the worst patient satisfaction, cost that you can't afford, taxes sky high to pay for it. It is a total disaster. And the actual way we deal with healthcare in this state is to at least stop spending $20 billion a year on free healthcare for illegal immigrants who shouldn't even be in the country in the first place. And he's listen to these Democrats arguing about whether to go left or even here with actual.
What else is on here? Hey. Oh, can y'all see that one?
It's have gone red as well, and Georgia by 200,000 votes. I mean, truly, one of the best days ever. Just want to say thank you to all the patriots over in America, to let you know that patriots in this country are cheering you on as loudly as we possibly can. God bless Donald J. Trump, and God bless the United States of America. States have gone.
That's got. Oh wait, here's now. This is definitely Sean's favorite person. If she's talking, let's see.
Oh, this idiot! This is amazing. You can't earn $1 billion. What a moron!
I guess it's not going to let us.
No, you blew it. It's gonna. The one you're on froze. It did that thing to you. It did a blow up or whatever.
Amelia says on Friday, May 8th, 2026, we will mark this milestone in Toronto, and we are thrilled to announce that President Obama will join us as our special keynote speaker. Thank you for sharing that. That's in parentheses too, or commas, whatever, parentheses.
Oh man, we gotta love. Okay,
quotation marks.
Wonder how much Canada's paying Barack to be up there speaking.
How much ever it takes, man. What are you talking about? You know, come on, man.
I think he gets $5,000 an hour to do a speaking.
Seem to want to come together on is to oppose Trump. Trump could find a cure for cancer, and they would find a reason to disagree with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is just their strategy to get them through the midterm or whatever, but if it's just about opposing Trump, I don't think that the people that elected them sent them there to do that. Number one, it is about the American people first. You got to take care of home. You got to take care of your family before you can take care of or try to help to take care of someone else. They gave.
Oh, who's this guy?
Yeah, I mean, if you dislike what the president is doing, or you dislike the man as a whole,
a middle finger to the.
But respect the office still. He's still the president and the leader.
Same ones operating under a security umbrella built, funded, and enforced by the U.S. military footprint. I'll tell you, criticism's very easy when someone else is paying for the shield, isn't it? When that shield starts shifting, so does the conversation. So Europe, you still feel the same way about the United States? As we speak, Trump is reportedly considering pulling U.S. troops from Germany, Italy, and Spain. And suddenly, the tone in Europe got interesting. The same voices that were quick to lecture American leaders.
What the hell is this guy?
I have no idea.
More than 3 years before ratification of the Second Amendment, Tench Cox knew no such power was ever delegated to the federal government. And who are the militia? As Cox told us, it's the people themselves. Congress has no power to disarm the militia.
Which is us. That's true. Oh, that's my favorite new girl. She's
out of other people's money just 4 months into his term. The fraud who promised free rent, free buses, free childcare, and attacks the rich utopia is now drowning in massive debts, gutting his own giveaway programs, and crawling to Albany for bailouts and tax hikes. Margaret Thatcher nailed it. The problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Zovan proved her right in just 120 days. Welcome to Mamdani's New York. All fake promises and no real money.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Who is he talking to here? Oh.
There's something he'll do one day that we don't like, and we'll say, hey, we didn't like you did this. So what? That doesn't mean we're not going to be friends. We're not going to be partners. We're not going to be able to cooperate with one another. Countries express their opinion all the time. We have very close allies that didn't like what we did in that regard. I can tell you what, it was successful. We're proud of it. It was necessary because the guy was a narco-terrorist. A lot of countries didn't like what we did in Venezuela. And we made him a bunch of offers, and he chose tore them out. And look what's happened in Venezuela in the 6 weeks since he's been gone. Okay, now it's got a long way to go. There's still much work that needs to be done, but I can tell you Venezuela is much better off today than it was 6 weeks ago. So we're very proud of that project, and I know some will.
We love you, Marco. Oh, here she is again. Causing trouble.
And they just got slapped by the Supreme Court. SCOTUS torched Louisiana's racist congressional map. Affirmative action in voting ends today. No more carving up America into racial gerrymanders just to manufacture Democrat seats. No more treating Black people like helpless victims who need skin color quotas in order to win. This is the death blow to their identity politics script. Democrats are furious because without dividing us by race, they'll lose all their power. Game over, grifters.
Ooh, she hates him now, huh? I mean, you know, gosh, she used to be like the #1 go get money for him.
She was a huge contributor.
It is a commonly accepted view in mainstream archaeology that civilization started in ancient Mesopotamia.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, play that.
No, here we
Oh,
go.
can you hear it? Okay, hold on. I know you hear it.
Mesopotamia,
You know
with the
what? I'm
great
going to get
civilization
my
of Sumer
popcorn now.
in what is now modern-day
I don't think
Iraq.
it's that long.
However, at the beginning of the 20th century, archaeologists excavating at Tel Al-Ubaid in Iraq made an unusual discovery when they unearthed several 7,000-year-old artifacts which appear to represent humanoid figures with reptilian features. It is a commonly accepted view in mainstream archaeology that civilization started in ancient Mesopotamia, with the great civilization of Sumer in what is now modern-day Iraq.
Yeah, that's
However,
Sumerian. That's what I was saying
beginning
earlier.
of the
That's why
20
you're confusing me.
No, not quite.
It's the root word for Sumerian, dude. Yes, it is.
I'm getting my popcorn.
Stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
This fucking.
As I've
lying
stated publicly
bastard.
already in my News
Correct.
Nation interview,
Yes,
Biologics
you
came
know.
with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
I ain't even care.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still in the program.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who?
Oh, we were just talking about this guy.
Yeah.
A serious paper suggesting their genetic code may have arrived from space. They have 9 brains, blue blood.
There you go, Heidi.
They can edit their own RNA. They solve puzzles, recognize faces, and dream. No fossil ancestor has ever been found. They appeared on Earth, fully formed, in the genetic record.
How do you find a
Octopus
fossil that
DNA
only
is
has
so-
one thing that's hard? It's beak.
Yeah, it's big. I was thinking the same thing.
You know, come on.
The greatest American presidents right now. If you
The
look
fact,
at
though,
our
that they have
history,
blue blood
there are a
is
handful of presidents who have decisively
Well,
changed
technically, we have
the
blue
map of
blood
the
to
world in the
his
course
head.
of world history, and that's what he is doing right now. This is
that
one
is
of the
true.
boldest, most decisive things any American president has done in my lifetime, and I'm incredibly proud of him. And I will add that, you know, some of the critics have been muted, but they're saying, well, didn't Donald Trump campaign on ending forever wars? That's exactly what he's doing right now. The Iranian regime has been in
March
war with
1st.
us since 1979. First of all, I just love Donald Trump.
What is this?
As per the UAH satellite record, February 2026 has just come in at
this guy kissed the
0.39C. That is
global
cooler than February 1998. The UAH measures lower troposphere temperatures using microwave sensors on board NASA and NOAA satellites, providing near global coverage independent of what are often
They just
compromised
proved there's
surface
been
stations.
no increase.
Despite the
temperature
rise in
the last
atmospheric
28
CO2, the
years.
satellite record shows no net warming since the 1998 El Nino spike. There has been no
28
net warming
years.
since.
Yeah, that data is old. I mean, it's I forget the guy who was saying it, but he was basically criticizing Al Gore.
It's
The whole time. Al
1998.
Gore was saying the planet was warming up, and this guy was saying the data doesn't suggest that, and he's been right. I've been
Yeah,
As per-
they prove it now. Yeah, they've kind of got kicked in the ass with the
In the
global
Oval Office yesterday. Well, now the Office of the Director of National Intelligence is dropping a bombshell report that informs that opinion.
Now, that report also forms the basis of the decision to refer the former president of the United States to the Justice Department for potential prosecution. Newsmax chief Washington correspondent James Rosen is live with us with the very latest. We start this morning with breaking news.
Yeah, I'm Charlotte McBride. You heard President Trump accuse former President Barack Obama of treason in the Oval Office yesterday. Well, now the Office of the Director of National Intelligence is dropping a bombshell report that informs that opinion.
Now, that report also forms the basis of the decision to refer the former president.
Uh-oh, we got here. Oh man, UFO on Mars.
Mars don't exist.
Well, it's sure got a UFO flying over it right now.
And there's one on the ground too.
CGI.
It crashed. Look.
That's CGI. I'm sorry.
This is
Mars
before
don't exist.
CGI, man.
That's CGI.
Well, the funny thing is that the soil on Mars is the same color as it is on Earth. So,
Well, sort of. It's got different colors here and there.
a little browner.
I was
but
surprised.
yeah.
Well, I've actually been surprised to see some blue and some turquoise and a few other colors. It's the rover is seeing some crazy. Did you see the rover got stuck for? Was it 7 days or 7 hours behind a 29-pound rock? It couldn't get around the rock. It got stuck.
No, I had not seen that.
Yeah, somewhere. I think it's an article.
Lost all 7 battleground states, wants to run for president again. Gavin Newsom, who ran California into the ground, wants to run too. AOC, who face planted before the whole world, thinks she's presidential material. Pete Buttigieg, who got 0% of the black vote, is also getting ready to run. Democrats have the weakest bench in history. Keep losing, losers.
Ooh, man.
She's
mean, buddy.
Basic premises of the Declaration of Independence, and hence our form of government.
They spent all that money.
It holds that our rights and our dignities come not from God, but from government. It requires of the people a subservience and weakness incompatible with a constitution premised on the transcendent origin of our rights. Progressivism seeks to replace the basic premises of the Declaration.
Damn, Clarence, you tell him, buddy. Clarence, like, screw
This
you.
official left this hard drive
Oh, here we
on
go.
my
That's what
desk
this is.
overnight. You can see on it, it says AARO files copy 2 of 3. That is the all domain resolution office copy 2 of 3. This is the first big batch of UFO disclosure ordered by President Trump. Some of the clips and videos on there have.
See, I wouldn't want to be plugging none of the government's hard drives into my fucking computers. It would make me paranoid.
Popped up.
It allows ICE to kick tens of billions of people off the rolls.
Wow.
Off the rolls. And they don't tell them until election day. And you show up and you say, you're not registered anymore.
All right. So if illegal immigrants are not voting in elections, then why did you just say that, Chuck Schumer? First of all, it's kind of hard to kick tens of billions of people off of the voter rolls in America when there aren't even that many people on the planet, but that could have been a mistake. And honestly,
it allows ICE
Welcome back, Heidi.
to kick tens of billions of people off the rolls. Off the rolls. And they don't tell them until election day.
Chuck's an idiot.
Welcome back.
Tens of billions of people. How many people? Hey, Google, how many people were registered for the most recent presidential election to vote?
Wait, say that again.
In the 2024 presidential election, approximately 174 million people in the U.S. were registered to vote.
How was that tens of billions? 174 million.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's why I thought he said tens of millions.
He said tens of billions.
Yeah, that's what he said. But that's what I said in the beginning. I thought he said tens of millions. He said tens of billions.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to hear it again. Yeah. Because Chuck Schumer's an idiot. Because he's thinking money. He's got money in his head. Tens of billions of dollars. Yeah, man.
That's how much he's making off of his insider trading. Yes, absolutely. He's going to retire nice and pretty when he does, step down.
A lot of these people, I think, are going to, when they retire, I think they're going to be dead like within a year. Not because somebody's going to kill them, just because they just finally stopped and fell over.
Or, well, I think something will wind up being in their food. It doesn't necessarily agree with them.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean, Darth Cheney? Oh, yeah, Darth Cheney was my favorite. Darth's gone now. He's passed. I think this past year he passed.
His daughter's scary.
Yeah, but thank God she's not in politics. She tried to change sides, but she lives in a place where they're not going for that.
She's in Wyoming, right?
I think she's in Arizona.
Who?
Maybe she is in Wyoming. Yeah, maybe she is in Wyoming. Ask Google where Dick Cheney's daughter lives. Dick Cheney's
Google,
daughter.
where does Dick Cheney's daughter live?
I can't think of her name right now.
Liz Cheney primarily resides in Wilson, Wyoming, and also maintains a home in McLean, Virginia.
Virginia.
There you go.
Well, it would make sense you have one in Virginia because when she was
Yeah,
in.
well, McLean is very close to DC. I've been to it many times.
Yeah, well, I imagine they all have places nearby for when they're staying in town for a couple of weeks. Well, Jesse, they gotta spend X amount of time at home.
Daughter.
What was that?
You don't hear much about John McClane's daughter.
You don't hear much about John McClane either. Yeah.
No, he's dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a reason he's no longer valid or relevant.
But
Why would we want to talk about his daughter?
But she was on The View, man. Did she leave or did they kick her out?
I don't know. Hey, Google, why isn't McClane's daughter on The View anymore?
Meghan McCain left The View because she felt burned out, wanted to prioritize her family, and did not want to commute from Washington.
There you go.
Thank you.
They suck. That's her. Yeah. Clearly, you can. Yeah, I wouldn't want to work for those harpies either. Oh, is that Joe Rogan? You want to throw that up there?
Yeah, throw it up there. Let's see. Where do you go?
Joe Rogan.
Back to this Jimmy Kimmel thing. There's a lot going on with this. What a shock. I mean, what an absolutely delightful shock this is. Ironically, he celebrated in his monologue when Tucker Carlson got fired. Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson. After all these years, they are parting ways, which means he was fired. I mean, that's really what parting ways means. The problem is everybody, because they're online all the time, genuinely believes that there's this crazy culture war that we have to stand up and fight against. Sadly, he's probably not done poisoning old people's brains. The question now is, where will he do it next? If you're in Hollywood, you're also addicted to an ideology. It's kind of a problem.
No, Heidi. They didn't.
Home tanning his testicles. Going back to this Jimmy Kimmel thing, there's time to listen. Time to listen up, you silly liberal fruitcakes. I came out here, I wanted to tell some jokes. Let's do some reality checks here. You have any idea, sir, how pathetic it must be to be you? These people wanted to come out and have a good time, hear a few jokes, some thoughtful discussion, but your head pops off the pillow in the morning with, oh, how can I be a professional victim today? Let me go in and screw with their act just because, oh my God, your parents didn't tell you that your opinion wasn't worth that much. Look, they're confused. They're confused. You know why? Because I'm not your gender studies professor who has to cater to your trigger warning, microaggression, safe space bullshit.
Yeah, somebody had going over the edge there a little bit.
Yeah. Look, here's Hitler's cave.
1986, a hospital sent the Air Force a nearly desperate plea. A donor heart had to be delivered to a patient within 4 hours. The fastest conventional transport would take 3.5 hours. The organ couldn't wait that long. Every civilian option had already been ruled out. Even a private jet couldn't cover the 200 kilometers, about 1,367 miles to Connecticut within the time limit. The only thing that could make the deadline was a supersonic Air Force bomber. The aircraft chosen for the job was the FB Love's Bernard Bach. Its original mission was very clear. Fly low, fly fast, punch through enemy defenses, and drop a nuclear bomb. But on that Valentine's Day in 1986, it wasn't carrying a nuke, it was carrying a heart. A hospital spokesperson laid out the cold hard numbers. The heart survival window outside the body was only 4 hours.
When did they use the 71 Blackbird? You can do it in an hour and 15 minutes.
100 kilometers per hour.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. My name is Castor Salami. You can leave the hat on if you want. It's okay.
You gonna take it off? You're a military man.
Yes. Served in the Army from 43 to 46.
Oh, you served in the Second World War?
Yes.
Oh, you're part of the world's greatest generation.
I've been driving for 84 years without a driving ticket.
And now you're turning the back corner on my. Tell me about your military service during the war.
I served 1 year in New Guinea, and we made preparations to land in Luzon in the Philippines to free the country.
How old are you?
I turned 100 in June.
100 years old. Come on.
Thank you.
No, I want everyone to take notice, right? And I'm not ridiculing anyone.
Mr. Castor is 100 years old. He appears in court today for traffic violation, right? So we want to honor you, thank you for your service, for your bravery, and for your contributions to this country. And this case is dismissed. I mean,
why is this box at 1, 2?
You're 100 years old. You're still operating a car.
Hey, that's cool.
Here you go, Jay. Here you go, Jay. There it is. Thunderstruck.
No, it's thin-boards.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Now bring back memories, bro.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but they didn't
I
have
got
the
something
last
to tell
order
you
music,
first.
I'm sure.
Thank you for ruining my life.
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Excuse me. Where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Hello? I told you not to call me on this line again. That's better. Okay.
Okay, guys. I told myself I was never going to order a meal service, yet.
Nothing's there. Oh, so this was Sean Young? I went a time. I ain't seen without time in a long time.
Yeah. Imagine becoming so famous you have to have permanent 24/7 security like that. I think that would suck.
And touch the sun.
Number 1, peak shelter built on cliffs, unreachable.
And touch the sound.
Again with this song? When they get stuck on one song. Oh, it said, yeah, whatever, buddy. You're right.
Those are some smart ass dogs.
Working
Yeah,
guy.
goggles on. Cool.
I know, he's a working guy.
And touch the sun.
It's like missing like half the spaceship there, huh? I hope that's a landing. I'm confused. Oh, it's a static test. Okay. It's amazing they can hold that thing down when it's running
Yeah, I
full
was gonna
thrust
say
like that.
they're just cooking it to make sure the nozzles work. I mean, how does?
Yeah, they do. I don't. This might just be a test here, but they do a static. I think called the static test before they launch, to make sure everything's working. This looks like a little bit more than that. This looks like a full out.
It's a full burn. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
like they're trying to launch off the platform.
I mean, it's one basic giant ice cube up on top right now, or in the middle,
Yeah.
and just a Roman candle in the bottom.
Yeah. They're good. Now it's starting to fade.
Oh, it's restarted.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, wow.
Hold your breath if
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in a
you shouldn't have
tank
to
and hear
watch
a
this
sound
thing.
like a giant sheet of canvas being ripped in half. Get out and run Before that sound even hits your ears, hundreds of soda bottle-sized fireballs have shredded your engine deck. It's the devil's zipper screaming from the sky, and you're just the tin can getting unzipped. Many think an engine-powered bathtub like the A-10 belongs in the scrap heap. The reality, it's the only psychological lifeline for boots on the ground. The Gowade Avenger isn't a plane with a gun, it's a giant gun with wings. This nose-mounted cannon is the...
This is a sign of...
Holy shit. He said what?
I'm very glad that none of these opinions are actually accepted in academia and haven't been for over 70 years. Sent this here on Twitter.
Okay, so the notion that they haven't been accepted for over 70 years is a bizarre one, considering they were accepted until about 5 minutes ago. And the basic idea that male and female do not exist runs counter to all mammalian biology, all of it, not just human. Are we to suggest that gender and sex are different in walruses? How does this work exactly? Like, are they different in bears? Anytime you have all mammalian reproduction is rooted in the idea that there's a sexual dichotomy between male and female. To obscure that with all sorts of semantic word games about how you feel subjectively has no bearing on whether male and female are categories that exist. And if you're trying to define male and female with reference to any subjective category that cannot be identified by any metric whatsoever other than how you feel today, I challenge whether that is scientific or whether that is merely a self-perception that is being guided by a political agenda.
Yeah, he don't play.
Wow. Yeah. In other words, you're full of yourself. That's awesome.
Okay, I got
So you got another one that's done. Did you want that back up or no? I guess not.
I got to turn this thing off. Where's the thing? Now we're out of there, Jack. Yeah, turn that out of my ear. There we go. Much better, much better. You know what? Let me look and see. Let me open it up from in here, and I'll tell you. There's always a bunch of stuff we haven't talked about.
What was the question? Remember, we can't always see your
screen. Oh, no, he was just asking me what was on the agenda. So, this is all stuff we don't need to talk about. Iranian military fighting in the Strait of Hormuz has ended. They're saying they're going to stop trying to control the Strait of Hormuz. We'll see how that works out.
Well, that's bullshit because they twice today they fired on us. Once they fired on us for no reason at all, and we fired back and destroyed whatever they shot. And then either a day later or moments later, maybe hours later, I don't remember the exact time frame, two of their ships tried to sneak past and dock in Iranian waters to take Iranian oil away.
And
we
one
had to
of
shoot on
them,
them.
yeah, one of them we used.
Two of them.
Yeah, but wait, one of them we used an F-18 20mm cannon to shoot the rudder.
Yes. Yes.
I've never heard of a fighter.
No, they didn't shoot the rudder. They shot the smokestack.
When,
so
in the article it says the rudder.
The article's wrong. They showed the damage on both boats is on the stern top of the back of the building, and it was smokestacks. So they choked off the engines.
Yeah, that wouldn't stop.
Smokestacks wouldn't stop them.
No, when you slow them down, it just would come out the sides and stuff.
They showed the video of the.
I'm just telling you, smokestack. Look, I've been on a lot of ships, man. There ain't no smokestack stopping the ship. They'll knock them bitches over if they have to.
That's what they explained it as. I saw the video, and they were shooting. It hit the back of the ship. It didn't hit the bottom of the ship. It hit the top of the ship and the back of it, where either crew quarters would be, or something of that effect. But they did not shoot. They did not shoot the rudder or the screws.
Just telling you what the article says. Don't hate on the.
I saw the video. They didn't shoot.
Don't hate on the news. I'm just telling you what the article says.
I saw where the bullets hit. They didn't shoot the screws.
So just idiot. I've seen this video.
Get my popcorn. Do I have to get my popcorn?
No, we're moving on. So I've seen this video earlier today. Some guy in California is walking along and picks up a rock and tries to kill a monk seal with it.
Yeah, the asshole. That was in Hawaii. That was in Hawaii.
Yeah, in Hawaii. Okay, so try to kill the damn seal. So he's gonna go to jail on that dumbass. He didn't realize it's against the law out there. U.S. fires on 2 tankers as Washington accepts Iran's response to the deal. Well, expects Iran's response.
Expect the response. We haven't.
Well, here's one.
Did you guys see anything about the Kurds launching an attack?
Not today, I didn't know.
Yeah,
they did though, didn't they?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I saw.
Well, I know they've been blowing shit up in North Iran. Well, I know they've been blowing shit up in North Iran, but to what extent, I don't know. What is this one? U.S. removes all enriched uranium from, where do you think?
Pakistan.
No, Pakistan got nuclear weapons.
They're probably getting it from China if they're getting any.
So U.S. removes all enriched uranium from Venezuela. The Venezuela reactor ships, everything's being put on the ship and sent to South Carolina. So we're already helping.
So hold on a minute. Venezuela is sending fissionable material to Iran through South Carolina?
No,
it's not going to get very far.
We're taking it. We went and got it. U.S. removes all enriched uranium. U.S. meaning us, the United States. I guess last day or two. It says from Venezuela's reactor and ships material to South Carolina in major nuclear security.
So from Venezuela, but not from Iran.
No, it ain't from Iran. That's what I was saying. It's from Venezuela.
I thought the implication was that it was going from Venezuela to Iran, but it wouldn't go through us. Wow.
No. Let's see. NASA says strange red dots in sky, unknown class of objects that look like huge evil eyes. So I went and looked the damn thing up, and it looks like a big red with an evil eye in the center of it. It is badass looking. It looks like some kind of fucked up galaxy, or maybe one that didn't finish or start, or it's a mess, man.
Well, if you have the picture, throw it up. Let's look at it.
No, I don't have. You don't keep none of that up because it makes my computer go wacko. But hold on, maybe I can. Anytime on this computer, I can't keep nothing of any consequence open anyway, other than immediate stuff. That's because somebody out there needs to be nice and buy me some RAM, people. It's only like $80. The 8 gigabyte stick for Inspiron 380 3880. Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is what I was doing. I forgot what the hell I was doing. Thought I was Joe Biden there for a minute. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, let me go find us. What the fuck, computer? Stop that. I don't care about Warren Buffett. I mean, really, do I look like I'm somebody who cares about Warren Buffett? So let's see, where's the room?
Hey, gentlemen, I got to go to work tomorrow, so
get some rest, baby.
I will.
I didn't realize how late it was.
Good.
Yeah,
thanks
for hanging in, Sean.
All right, let me see if I can post this up. Okay. Share screen. Here you go.
Blink, and it's on there. Oh, wow. What the hell is that? A black
I don't
hole.
know.
That's the center of our galaxy?
No, these are hundreds of millions of these things floating around. I don't know what the fuck they are. So a while back, James Webb started finding these little red dots all over the place. They just look little red dots. When they finally could zoom in, this is what they found. There's something to this. They're not exactly 100% sure about it.
They all have a dot like that in the middle?
They think so. That's why they call it the evil eye. That's supposed to be the eye, in the center of the eye, the iris and on the center.
What news of Mordor? What does the eye command?
But there's lots of these apparently.
Now, is this a star or is this a nebula?
They don't know what it is. They have no clue. And what it really looks like is a galaxy that didn't start. No, because a nebula don't have a black hole in the center. A galaxy does. Nebulas are just loose gases that combine into make stars. The
Are
star
they starting
nursery.
to a black hole, or is that just
that's usually galaxies.
Because it
have
does say a
holes in the
black
center.
hole is depicted, so maybe it's an artist dish. I don't know. Sometimes they're fake.
They it's let me see. Maybe it says over here. Oh, no, it's not in the thing. Move it over here and see. The little red dots are a class of small red tinted astronomical objects discovered by James Webb Space Telescope. They have no clue what these.
So
things
it's a new astronomical anomaly.
Yeah, it's new, and
On
there's
top of
lots of
everything
them.
else? Wow.
And they found that there's lots of them. What it looks like to me is a failed galaxy. A galaxy that didn't start, or maybe it's starting right now because it has all the gas around the center, and it just hasn't started making stars yet.
Or maybe it was
or could
it
be
was a
failed
galaxy
and not-
that was functioning and was crushed back into this stage by the collision of two galaxies, such as what's happening.
But they would still be
our galaxy's eating
Yeah, but
other galaxies.
There would still be stars inside of it. This doesn't have any stars. So it's either a galaxy that's forming or one that's completely dead.
That's what I'm saying. What if it's one that's been destroyed due to the
But
collision
they
of
wouldn't
two
be
galaxies?
destroyed like that because two galaxies collide and wouldn't destroy them.
Well, how do we know? We don't know that.
Yeah, we do because we're eating 5 galaxies right now. We do know that.
We've never witnessed a galaxy being destroyed. We don't.
We actually do witness it. We can see that we're eating galaxies. The Milky Way, I think, is eating 5 different galaxies right now.
But I don't think we have any hard data, as in pictures or any of that kind of stuff, as to what happens to.
Is we're right in the middle of one that's being eaten right now, and we're still alive. Is the point? So odds are that all it's going to do is when matter pushes in, it's going to push stuff in front of it outward. It doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to collide because there's going to be waves of debris being pushed in the front.
Well, yeah, if it does collapse or become any denser,
Oh, there's going to be collisions. Don't get me wrong.
The lighter material will stay out towards the outer area, and the heavier stuff will stay towards the center or towards the star, or what will eventually become a star. Is this a galaxy? Or maybe it's a unit. Maybe it is also a. Maybe it could be a solar system.
It's got to be pretty big that Webb can see it.
Well, maybe it's kind of small, and it's only this because of its power that the Webb was able to see it.
This is way out. This isn't close by. This is way out.
Well, and so even still, we're seeing this thing as it was 150, 200,000 years ago. Whatever it is now, it's not that.
It was a universe that was killed or something.
You broke up there a little bit. What was that? Yeah. Did you freeze up? I think Joe's getting probed. Yeah, unfortunately. So I don't know. It sounds to me Jack Webb telescope finds this thing, but it's hard to detect with our other detection devices, which have been out there longer, Hubble and other electromagnetic devices, which tells me that it's not that big. It can't be as big as a galaxy.
Yeah, it's got to be bigger.
Are you back with us? There you are. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't get. How far out is it? Does it say?
The further it goes, it's far enough that Hubble couldn't see it. It's far enough away that Hubble can see small stuff.
Hubble was also flawed, and Hubble was designed to look at our solar system, not anything really outside of that.
No. Hubble was designed to look outside of our solar system. Who told you that bullshit about it was designed to look at? It's way too big for looking inside of our solar system. We use ground-based telescopes for that. Hubble's just too big for that. It's you can see stuff, but trying to focus in on something with that much power is
well,
we would have had much better
send
pictures.
Up a repair for the mirror.
Yeah, but we'd have had much better pictures of places like. We wouldn't have been surprised when the probes were going by certain moons or certain planets like Chiron and Pluto. Those were all surprises. If Hubble could see that well, we would have known that. Hubble's was designed for deep space. That's what it was designed for. and it worked. I mean, it's still a great thing. It's just now they use it as a spotter for James Webb. It's the spotter telescope. You know, you get the little one on top. You have your big one. Well, that's basically what James Webb is. I mean, what Hubble is now. And then they got a couple other nice big telescopes out and about now. So, but this is something it's way out in the out in the universe somewhere. It's no telling, because nothing's seen it before this. And remember, even Webb's been looking at the sky for some time now. And it looks like it's a certain section of the sky that they found all these things.
With what section?
It doesn't say, because I don't even know if they actually know, to be honest with you.
But if I was to guess, and I'm just guessing because I know where the bulk of the global sightings are, I'm going to say somewhere on the southern hemisphere near the southern pole, A, and B. The second guess would be Australia.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, I got.
Am I right or wrong? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll tell you.
I'm correct.
It's aliens love us all, people. Peace, love, and life.
Yeah, but the least populated area of the planet is the southern hemisphere, number one. Number two, the least populated area of that half of the planet is over Australia. The southern tip of Argentina, or southern tip of South America, by the way, is very, very populated.
Yeah. I mean, middle Australia is pretty dead, and all of the Antarctic is dead.
Most of Australia is unpopulated. So, and most of Antarctica is unpopulated.
I don't know which one of you idiots sent me about the ice wall. There is no ice wall, not at least in the way you think there is. There's no bunch of alien races living outside the ice wall. We fly over the Antarctic. Yes, we do. Not just with planes, but with fucking satellites too.
Satellites go over there constantly.
And we're not the only one with a base there anymore. We do over the Arctic too.
Almost every country except, I think, I don't think China has one, and I don't think some of the other smaller countries of Southeast Asia, like Japan, I don't think has a research team over there either.
Because a lot of
they would be rich enough and capable of it, they don't have one there.
Yeah, because what do they need to be down there for? Who the hell wants to be down there anyway?
They have the market. I mean, however we gave it to them, kismet, whatever you want to call it, but they have the market on certain technologies. China has a gift in manufacturing. Why we can't all just get along and make have China make good stuff.
Because China don't make good stuff. Japan makes good stuff. China makes crappy stuff.
China can make good stuff if they put their backs.
I don't know. Not judging from their military shit. Both their carriers are crap.
Because they've become complacent. Because there's over 1 billion of
them. And I see they're going to put their J-20 and J-35 into mass production. But when you look at the design of the plane, the power of the plane, the stealth of the plane, could be much better.
They won't last 5 minutes in a dogfight with our F-22s, F-35s, and lower. Hell, F-16 and F-18.
Now they were showing the what was it, the FY-23 flying along with the F-47. Shit, that's just scary. Oh, and then they were showing the new Navy's. The Navy's got a new drone, full size. Drone. Yeah, full
size. You can get in it.
I guess if you wanted to, you could, but I don't think it has a pilot seat, but it's a full-size drone. That means they're going to start taking in. Do you know how that's going to revolutionize fighter jets?
That could mean anything. A full-size drone could be, a foot diameter, damn toy-size thing too.
Biggest drone the Navy's ever made. Biggest flying drone the Navy's.
It's got to be as big as like the Predator or bigger.
It's bigger than the Predator. It's as big as a fighter jet for sure.
Yeah.
If not bigger. Than 25 said it's one of the most scariest weapons ever built or designed. That might have been the one they had to go redesign.
Yeah.
But it can carry a bigger payload, it can go faster, and it can maneuver far better.
Well, maneuvers on its own. It's fire and forget.
It can do both. It can be autonomous or it can be remote pilot.
Okay.
And somehow
I don't think the Predator has the ability to go, autonomous. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does.
Well, it's weird when you fly and stuff because there is a lag on planet Earth.
Yeah.
So when you're beaming something from here to the other side of the planet, there is a lag.
Well, now I would think that the operator for that kind of drone would be in theater, like sitting on a ship somewhere, or even in an AWACS plane nearby, broadcasting from one of those bubble antennas on the top of the AWACS plane.
Maybe, but more they like to keep them in country for some reason because they don't have to be out the country to fly. I mean, we're talking 400 milliseconds, which is a lot when you're talking that kind of stuff. But 300 or 400 milliseconds, whereas we're talking usually connection speeds of 58 milliseconds, 68 milliseconds. So I mean that's, but these things have already their courses are preset, their bombing runs are preset. So if they do lose, it's going to follow out whatever its last orders were.
Yeah.
So
I guess so. Yeah.
So I'm not going to say they're fails proof, but they're pretty good at what they do.
Well, I know that with some of the sea equipment, the Sea Lance and the Harpoon missile torpedoes, they can be set to if they one of them, I forget which one of them was exclusively fly by wire, which literally meant it had a wire connection, whether it was a wireless kind of thing.
They still have torpedoes with wired connection, which always cracks me
I know,
up
yeah.
when you hear that.
So, but it's got like a physical wire, and like if during a travel that wire breaks, there's usually a backup program in there that tells that device to, search shallow and to the left, or search deep and to the right. And they can just program them randomly to do that kind of thing. So the torpedo will go down and to the left, or up and to the right, or down and to the right. I think that's very cool but the problem is at that point, it's not necessarily autonomous, but it also doesn't recognize friend and foe, so it could come back and hurt you.
Yeah, they're supposed to have most torpedoes have a range thing on it, but sometimes you got to take the safeties off. Let's see.
Yeah, but also if it's a wire guided device, if the wire breaks, there's no way to abort you can't turn it off. You can't make it explode. So you have to hope it doesn't pick you up as a bad guy.
Well, don't be trailing it too close. And let's see, dogs of Chernobyl.
Don't follow it.
Yeah. Dogs of Chernobyl are experiencing rapid evolution. Studies suggest they
what
can
our dogs
Russian.
are.
Yeah, they can speak Russian now.
The dogs of Russia can speak Russian.
Yeah, Chernobyl, they speak in Russian. I would have thought they would have been speaking Ukrainian. Oh wait, that's right. Russia took it back over. So.
Well, and plus, Ukrainian and Russian are very similar to Mexican Spanish and Spanish. It's but a few differences in syntax and grammar, and a few words that sound the same but mean different things in each language. That's the only difference, really, from what I have heard.
Jesse, the article's serious. Yeah, it's the dogs are evolving. It's not the first time I've heard it either. They're evolving at quite a much bigger clip. You have to go read the whole article. It's kind of interesting, kind of weird too. Florida gators are now hunting invasive pythons in the Everglades. So all of a sudden, Mother Nature just kicked in and said, "Okay, gators, there are too many of these pythons. Start eating them."
Really cool.
Well, what really happened is they started eating their eggs.
There was a recent video of a 27-foot long python eating a 16 or so foot. They said crocodile, but I was like, I don't think so. But anyway, it was a very large gator, or possibly even crocodile-shaped form inside this giant snake.
Yeah, the snake's got to be pretty big to eat a 16-foot gator.
I think it was 27 feet long. It's like I said, it's enormous. They could eat. A 27-foot python is thicker than most trees in this area. It's as thick as like a redwood tree, which has been around for thousands of years, like maybe even tens of thousands of years, perhaps. Number one. Number two, it could swallow, I would think, after suffocating you with its enormous body, it just would have to sit on you, basically. I think it could swallow 6 or 7 or 8 humans whole.
Yeah, but one to even try to get that big is almost impossible because the gators will gang fuck it. They will come in 100 at a time and just start taking chunks out of it. I mean, that's why they call it a frenzy. It's So it's hard for them to get that. They show them down there, and they show them fighting all the time. But they showed all of a sudden the gators have just started hunting them. Before the gators weren't hunting them. The gators were just minding their own business, and every now and then they would eat them. I'm pretty sure what happened is the pythons, but pythons probably started getting into their eggs. And female alligators are very offended. They're very, very protective.
The entire species is normally very aggressive because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Yeah, well, alligators for the most part won't fuck with you unless you get up in their face. Crocs, on the other hand, anything that moves, they want to bite. That's why I said a big snake like that. And first off, I don't even know how pythons do in salty water. So, and they got a lot of marsh down there. They got a lot of crocs in the marsh.
Well, the pythons, for the most part, I know, are thriving in places like Florida, like inland, away from the brackish waters.
Well, no, they're in the Everglades is where they're at.
But yeah, which is it's more brackish than salt water, and if the further in you go, the less brackish it is.
The way
but also they're also thriving in South America, very in a large number.
That's their natural habitat. That's fine. Florida's not their natural habitat. And they got piranha that eat them down there. So,
well, piranha isn't our natural habitat for you. Piranha are actually banned by the state of Georgia, and you can't even have them as pets.
Yeah, because every now and then when any get out, there's an epidemic.
Because they've already taken over the local estuaries around Lake Lanier and northern Atlanta.
Yeah, they used something a while back. They killed a bunch of them off. Some chemical.
They brought in the South American snakehead, and it also did the same thing. It became a eco smasher. Once it finished off all the piranha, it ate all the local stuff that it wasn't supposed to eat.
No, that's why you gotta have something that hunts them. Man. You gotta keep it.
The South American snakehead is probably the apex predator freshwater fish on this continent. They're enormous. I've seen one up close. I've seen them the way they hunt. They are badass. And by up close, I mean it was in a fish tank in my friend's house. Not 3 feet from me when I saw it eat. Many times.
Yeah, they're bad to the bone, but
they're badass. They are badass.
There's a lot of big fish out there that eat you up, man.
And they kind of look like, from the side, they kind of look like a catfish minus the whiskers.
Yeah, catfish, you gotta watch them suckers too, man. They'll swallow you whole.
Yeah,
I don't think people realize how big catfish get. It's
I've seen catfish where the heads are wider than my body. I mean that's ear to ear, smile. That's a big fish.
So U.S. strikes targets around Hormuz. Ceasefire still intact. Yeah. Both of them are saying that. North Korea will fire nuclear weapon if Kim is killed. Wildfire, I think is what they call it. So now the generals have the right if Kim is assassinated.
Kim be killed?
If someone assassinated him, a foreign government assassinated him, they can retaliate now.
Well, it sounds like that.
Sounds like North Korea wants to die. Is what it sounds like. So if Kim's actually dead, is North Korea going to want to start a nuclear war with anybody?
Well, if we go back, not even, I don't think we have to go back 6 months. Actually, maybe up to 8 months. But didn't they recently have another, dramatically drastic failure of an ICBM launch that didn't go right? Number one, I think they would be stupid to try to put a nuclear tip on one of their missiles that they were trying to launch anywhere, because the more likelihood that what's going to happen is it's going to fail. And if they don't put any kind of safety hookups on it, they could have a nuclear accident right there at home.
Well, they've tested nukes, so they're not completely ignorant to it.
They have tested nukes, yes. They have tested ICBMs. They have neither tested both very successfully. And they have neither tested both together at all, period.
But you only need one to hit Seoul, my friend.
Yes, but you can't just put them together and all of a sudden expect them to work. No, I think if they put a nuclear tip on one of their ICBMs, it's going to be a dramatic failure on the launch pad.
That's what I'm saying. They've already blown up boats. They've already blown up boats with a nuke off of an ICBM. They've already done that. It's not their first time out there. It's they can, if they want to launch a nuke, they'll be able to launch a nuke.
Their
have
most
enough
recent
nukes,
attempts
I
with the
guarantee you.
ICBMs have been utter failures, very, very many times
Well,
in a row.
and
So
that's another thing. They don't even need an ICBM to get to China or to South Korea or Japan for that matter.
Well, nope. They're very close. Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to try to get to us, you need a really good one. But that's one of the things that protects the United States is we're so far away from everybody.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Unless you're in far western Europe or far eastern China, it's very hard to get
so
to us.
let's see. Archaeologists thought they found wires buried in a farm and found a trove of Viking treasures.
Okay, so how does wires become Viking treasures? What
They
kind of
would
wire?
pull it on-
Electrical wire?
it looked like that chain nail you wear, but it looked like the how they weave it together, like the couple of weaves that came loose and they were pulling it.
Well, the way you make chainmail is you have a piece of like antenna gauge metal, and you wrap it around a dowel, and then you first you wrap it around the dowel, then you cut down it, and you have.
But none of it actually matters. After it's sat in the ground long enough, parts of it popped loose. And just being buried, and they found them sticking up out of the ground and stuff. They just look like wires sticking out the ground. And when they started pulling them up,
chainmail is a very neat thing. I made a bag for my dice out of chainmail. It was actually just like key rings, but it was a kit that came with the instructions of how to do the weave with the keychains, and it was like 250 keychains, and then it had like it came with a leather. It's supposed to come with a leather, to make the draw tie. But the leather was too short that they gave me, so what I did was I got a dog collar from the grocery store for like $2, and I weaved that into the top links, and boom, I had my drawstring. But then somebody stole that bag of dice, which really pissed me off.
Howard, well, there's a couple of ways that you can make that kind of armor. One, you just make physical links, like a regular chain. You just make it, but this stuff is different. This is long pieces of metal that are woven, they're twisted, and then they're twisted up, and then they're twisted across, and they create it's more like
it's a mesh. Yeah,
it is. It's more like a mesh.
One of the traditional ways to make chainmail is you'd have like a dowel like this, and you wrap a wire metal around it in a circle, and then you just cut down the one side, and it makes a whole bunch of little rings, like earrings, that are open at the end. And you just weave them in, and then you pinch them together and put a rivet, or you weld them if you had welding technology. But most of the times they were pinched like that at the closures, and then they put a rivet through it, and a rivet through the other side. And then they would put there's like a 4 and 3 pattern, there's a 5 and 2 pattern, there's a 7 and 1 pattern, which means 7 rings inside of 1, 5 rings inside of 2. That's how the patterns weave out. And then you would wear that shirt over top of usually padded leather and other things. And then on top of that the next layer would be plate mail. But when chainmail was the groove of the groove, it'll stop everything up to not a crossbow, but longbow arrows. But crossbows and bullets, they wouldn't stop. Modern day technology, modern day chainmail will stop up to like a 357 Magnum. If you have decently made steel chainmail, you'll still break a bunch of ribs, but the bullet won't go through your body at all.
Yeah. No, you're talking about hard steel, Demi. Yeah. So, not just an aircraft, U.S. Navy revolutionary MQ-25 Stingray drone hits major milestone with a maiden flight. Largest U.S. UAV ever built, that's to become world's first autonomous. What do you think?
Do you have a picture of it?
Let's take a guess. What do you think it's going to be? Autonomous what?
Drone.
Yeah, we know that already. We already said it's a drone. What kind of drone? What's it going to do? What's its MOS going to be? Actually, it's a tanker. It's an
autonomous flying
tanker.
Tanker.
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
No. I'm sorry. If I'm a pilot, I'm not bellying up to a goddamn robot with gas in it. Hell no. I want a human pilot because when my plane touches off, I can go, you bastard, you killed me, boom.
It does.
No way.
I guess it'll get
mixed reviews as anything does, I suppose.
And these will be able to fly off of an aircraft carrier.
Wow, really? Okay. Yeah.
That's
No,
interesting.
that is interesting because
Yeah,
that
that's definitely
eliminates
interesting.
having to have one other, piece of equipment that's, land based.
Oh, and this was featured in a Top Gun movie. Look at that shit. Israel regime has so far withstood U.S. and Israel bombardment, but the economic forecast is far, far worse than any bombing that they've done to them. Inflation is 150%.
The thing is, if their oil production ceases for so much time, I think it was 3 months they gave it, the wells that they're drilling from will collapse, and the pressure that they've built up by the pumping and the adding of oil or whatever adding water to oil that they take out, it will be to the point where it'll take them years at least, but possibly a few 8, 9, 10 months with our help to get it back running again. But it wouldn't ever run back at the capacity they're at now. So if they don't want to lose their current what is it, gallons per minute or whatever, barrels per minute production rate, they better come to the table and agree, or they're going to lose $450 billion a week. And I think that's what they're supposed to get out of that Strait of Hormuz, $450 million a week, rather. It's a shitload of money, dude. It's a shitload of money.
Okay, let's see if this is.
What was that? You started to cut off there again.
Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
That? Come on, thing.
All right.
Come on, we want to see the video.
There it goes. There it goes.
Well as
Okay.
other provinces. The White House's X account shared these images of Trump observing a video feed of the strikes while wearing golf attire in Florida. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said the Houthi attack on American vessels will not be tolerated.
Yeah, this is the one they said they shot the rudder
overwhelming
out
lethal
on.
force until we have achieved our objective, demanding that Iran end its support of Houthi rebels. On Monday, the Houthi-run health ministry said that at least 53 people had been killed in the strikes, including 5 women and 2 children, along with 98 injuries. A U.S. defense official told NBC News that in response to the airstrikes, the Houthis unsuccessfully attempted to attack the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier.
Huh. Why would you attack a capital ship like that? You would be stupid.
I don't know. But
Unless
yeah,
you had another capital ship with as many ships in flotilla, there's no way you should ever go after an aircraft carrier alone or with its flotilla.
yeah, so I wish they would have talked about how they shot this thing because it says right.
President and the
Stop.
Secretary of Defense picked the wrong guy.
Oh,
I said
dude,
something that the
nobody
president
is.
didn't like,
Kelly, nobody.
It was
Don't
pretty
make your
simple,
brother look
Len.
bad.
and it still is.
Don't make your brother look bad,
that
dude.
service members need to follow the law. And in response, the president said I should be prosecuted and hanged.
I agree with him, dude.
Yeah.
I agree with him, dude. You should be gone.
Well, so this still, though, I mean, I don't know how it is possible that these two Iranian-backed ships can try to go through the blockade, get shot upon, and then also before that, prior to that, or either the day before or hours prior, I don't remember the exact time frame, but it didn't happen exactly right after one another. But the Iranians shot a bunch of missiles from southern Iran, and then right after they did that, we launched missiles of our own from our ships there and destroyed those missile sites or platforms, whatever they were mobile or what, we don't know. They didn't say yet. And then the blockade run. So how is it still? I mean, how can you not?
There's been no major bombing.
How does that not end the ceasefire? I don't
It doesn't,
understand
because
what
there's been no major bombings. There's been nothing major blown up anywhere. We stopped the
They shot
tankers.
missiles. Who cares if they were accurate or not? They shot
They
missiles.
they didn't shoot them at us. They shot them at somebody else.
But how is that not? I mean, that does not.
They shot
is
them at
that
somebody
not the
else. It's
exact
not us.
opposite of a ceasefire. I mean, that sounds to me
But-
like you
but
automatically
you gotta
stomp their
remember,
ass.
we're not the only people Iran's at war with. They're at war with the rebels in the north, and with Israel. Israel don't abide by our ceasefires. People forget that, and they're not bound by it. They don't have to.
Well, they didn't stop in Lebanon when we had started the ceasefire with Iran. So yeah.
So in the end, there's a lot of other players going on here, and Trump's happy with it. I mean, we just keep taking Iran tankers. Iran seized a sanctioned tanker. I'm confused by this. I don't know who the tanker. We sanctioned the tanker, but it wasn't theirs. It was somebody else's tanker that we had sanctions on, and Iran snatched it, which was confusing. I guess because we snatched so many of theirs, they had to snatch something back. And
I mean, they're losing their hat. They're losing. Like, what do we say? Is it? I don't know. Whether it was a day or a week, but whatever it is, the number was $450 million because they're not getting any ships out of that Strait of Hormuz. And again, that's a shitload of money. That's their entire. That's probably their entire GNDP, whatever you call it, their gross national product.
Too, that was weird. On a completely side note here, I remember seeing something today about China had 2 different defense ministers they were going to put down like wild dogs, and then gave them a reprieve right at the end. There's no other information. I'd really be curious to see what happened there.
So, what do you mean by put down by dogs? Like firing squad,
firing squad? Yeah, they were found guilty and sentenced to death. Yeah.
Guilty of what?
I guess espionage. But I don't know what else you get put in death for in China. Well, there's a lot of things I would imagine. But.
Okay, so if you're a general and you got caught spying for China, why would you want to execute them?
Because they were spying on China for probably the U.S.
Oh, they were spying on China for somebody else.
Yeah, so they're big dogs way up in the Chinese government, and they're spying.
Not anymore.
Well, no, not anymore. They're not. They're telling how much money they would get, but that's what gets them caught is the money.
No, well, I don't think it's that. I think it's not. I think it's the way they spend the money.
Well, what I mean is they see the money. So this guy can't make that kind of money. He's a fucking.
That's what I'm saying. They spend it. They flash it out. You can't if you are living the life of a Hollywood billionaire and you're a lowly Russian general, it shouldn't show like that. You should most of that money you should hide. Drink it away. Send buy gifts for friends and stuff that the government can't see. That's how they get caught.
Yeah, a woman dies for 20 minutes. I imagine people like that, they monitor their accounts. I would bet you money on that.
That's why you have to
they do in the United States. Yeah, they do in the United States. It's actually part of your agreement, your classified agreement. They can monitor your accounts because it shows if you're doing stuff.
You also have to declare. You also have to usually declare in those kind of agreements, top secret agreements, that you also declare to them if you ever open up an offshore account. And if you do and don't tell them, they'll be like, can't do that.
Yeah. Woman dies for 20 minutes and returns with message about Earth.
Really? What did she say?
Everybody's an alien.
No shit.
Actually,
everybody's from Mars.
Yes, we know about the UFO reports. NASA discovers something strange on surface of Mars.
What's that?
Ancient lost city.
No, I keep saying that. Do you have a picture? You gotta show it.
It looks a lot like Cuba sunken city.
Really? Well, then throw it up.
No, it's full of shit. I'm sure they found something on Mars, but it ain't a city.
So you're saying they took the picture from the Cuba underwater thing and put it on Mars.
The new one, the new picture, underwater.
Yeah.
So first thing you see is blue, and you're like, really? There's water on Mars like that, huh? Oh, again, so the official count on water on Mars is what they think from all the satellites now is about 90%, 89 to 90% of Mars's water is still there. And they said the only water that was really left was lost through evaporation over the last 5 billion years, or last 500 million years or so.
Well, I'm sure also some was lost due to whether there was a slight impact which caused the Mariana, I can't pronounce it, the Marianas Trench, or a very close pass by of some large space body. Something gouged the Earth or the soil on Mars, and I'm fairly certain that something that large would also have tugged some of the water away. So some of that water probably may have turned into comets, may have turned into ice balls, which bombarded Earth at some point in one of like the Aeneid meteor shower, something of that nature.
Well, they're pretty sure the majority of ice is because some of the fields they found are miles deep. They're pretty sure that the water is all still there, and they think a lot of it is water.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. With I don't know the general makeup of the planet, and neither does I don't think that. Damn it! Sorry, wrong button.
It's okay.
The general makeup of Mars. If for example, let's just say it was mostly shale on the surface. Shale is a rather porous, spongiferous rock, and by spongiferous I mean it will absorb and retain and hold water. You ever seen water? I mean, some water. You ever seen shale rock by the seashore? It when the shore goes to low tide, it retains water for quite some time, even after the sun beats it dry. You can still hit it with a rock, and there will be water inside of it. So that would be my theory: is that when the atmosphere, maybe that was a byproduct of the atmosphere being sucked away, the loss of air pressure, the water immediately evaporated into the shale or into the rock bed, which is probably where they're getting most of it.
They're saying there's just whole oceans out there, frozen solid. They're beginning to think the planet
under the soil, under the alluvial, or under the caverns.
Just dirt on top of it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. That would be under the
so
alluvials.
You know how there's permafrost in the United States and around the world?
Yes.
That's basically what this is, except for it's like 10 miles thick, and it's just ice. It's water ice.
With a large layer of alluvial soil on top.
No, because the whatchamacallit drilled right into it. It couldn't have been more than 8 inches.
Look at some of the images coming from the rover. They're showing a sort of a reddish brown alluvial soil. Alluvial means just loose rock and rubble. Yeah.
See, so what's going on Mars is because if you got some places that are windswept, so what you probably got is actual ice showing, but because it's been beat by brine and dirt, it just looks that color, but it's probably just ice. That's what they were talking about.
It's true. I have seen snowdrifts that have been there a long time. They start to turn, sooty and black because of cars driving by and car exhausts.
Yeah. So I mean,
change color.
They're thinking there's a lot of that there, and then something they found recently suggests a lot of the ice is brine, which of course just means it's salt. It's
be ocean,
which shouldn't even be a thing. I mean, that's
well, even at some certain temperature, and maybe even because of the lack of air pressure, that temperature may be up or down, but salt water will eventually freeze.
Yeah, it's just a lot harder to freeze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the atmosphere not being there and the pressure being lesser, the temperature for salt water to freeze may be a lot higher. I mean, instead of it being negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit.
But now, because of some stuff found in the soil, they don't think the atmosphere was ripped off anymore. They think it just bled off naturally.
Gradually.
They think
that's been a theory also.
Well, there's been some new stuff that's come up about the what kind of gravitational field Mars would have actually produced. And what they're saying is, see, what bothers me about it, okay, I know the atmosphere is floating around the sky anyway, so it's a lot harder to keep it anchored down. The water has physical weight, so it's easier to keep it down, but still, on a planet with only a third of G of Earth,
it would have to spin a lot faster to maintain an atmosphere by gravitational siphoning than without a magnetic or other atmosphere.
So what? And then they say it took a long time for it to bleed off, over 1 billion years or so. It wasn't just overnight, but what they're saying is now they realize that the way to start building it is first to start warming up the planet, thickening up the atmosphere, then starting to condense clouds, make moisture, start to melt the ice caps. They said it'll take 500 years.
Sounds like a perfect job for fossil fuels and burning.
Well, they're not even going to use fossil fuels. Well, that's what they said. We already know how to do this. We've done it at home already. But they said we don't need fossil fuels. You just send these giant robots over there, and they just scoop up dirt, dump it in these things, and superheats it, and creates this clean greenhouse. And what they said, what's nice about it is there's no contaminants in it, other than whatever's the dirt is. There's no radiation and
Well,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Because the original goal was just to melt the entire southern ice cap with nukes. Okay, well, that's great. That'll raise the pressure, cause rain. It'll cause fucking acid rain is what it'll cause.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck had this idea? I mean, come on, people. Let's not make things worse.
Cause, and then whatever water does accumulate after that would most likely be toxic due to radioactive poisoning. So,
we still have it got to where we clean. I mean, we can clean up radiation, but not at that kind of rate.
Well,
anyway.
No, we can't. And we also know from John Brandenburg's work that at least 2 nuclear man-made devices were set off within the atmosphere of the planet of Mars.
Yeah.
One near Cydonia, the other not too far away from that area.
Well, they could have been. What do they call them? Modots or
no?
He
says there's a certain element, plutonium 269 or something. I forget. It's just something that it can't be done without making a mechanical device, which would use that element, and after the explosion would change into the byproduct.
Yeah. Well,
so whatever it is, I forget which. You have to read it. He's been on quite a bit talking about it on Ancient Aliens and other type of shows. But yeah, if he's right, I mean that blows away the "are we alone" factor. There, you don't need an alien body at that point.
But he can be right, but then he can also be wrong because of the crackers. We know because of Higgs boson and stuff that things we thought were impossible are not anymore. That could only be made like this can be made in
twice in a row nearby in the same area of Cydonia, one in the area that looks like an old city. The possibilities of it being an accidental Higgs boson element explosion are much less likely under those.
Well, but see, you don't have to think about that with a race that's 500 million years older than us. They may have other type of energy forms. Things that we don't understand and things that work in a different way than what we understand. So,
well, regardless of whatever it was that blew up in the atmosphere of Mars, whether it was a bomb or a mechanical device that went, kind of haywire, or 2 mechanical devices, perhaps 2 power plants, whatever it is, they exploded within the atmosphere, A, and B, over 2 areas that look like areas on Earth. Cydonia, for one, looks like the area over Giza, and I think the other area, it looks like either Teotihuacan or Chichen Itza, one of those 2 complexes in Mexico.
That was pareidolia.
So think about that. I mean, that just knowing that logic there just kind of suggests the fact that there's 2 random Higgs boson accidents happening in the atmosphere, or even 2 airburst meteorites happening simultaneously over 2 regions that similarly are.
Well, it's interesting because
at least cursorily on top, they look like cities on the planet Earth. That really rules out the fact
what was that thing called in Russia? Bullseye, whatever it was called. They said those could be made.
You're talking about the Tunguska blast. Yeah, the Tunguska blast, 1918 or whatever. That's an airburst meteorite.
Yeah, but there's actually a special name for them. They're a certain type of meteorite. And they said those could actually be made. Someone could actually make those. They don't think that's what it was there, but that is something that can actually be made by a being or a human and launched.
Yes.
So that was a big explosion, Jesse. Tunguska. It was a big explosion.
Well, in the show, it's on
in
America it was called Star Blazers, but in Japan it was called I can't say it in Japanese, but it was Space Battleship Yamato 2099. The Japanese anime, when we got it in America, they edited out some of the alcohol use and cigarette use, but they still maintained the gist of the story. And the story was these bad aliens were throwing. What they did was they took asteroids from our asteroid belt and irradiated them, and then launched them into the planet to destroy the Earth. And then there was they had a year before the planet. Everyone lived underground, and also as a result of this, and they had a year before the radiation would finally seep through the crust of the Earth to where they were living and kill everybody. So the idea and the premise of using a natural object for a war type object it's an old one. I mean, we've used it for forever. But the thing about launching, an asteroid and making it radioactive and then using it as a bomb on a planet. It's just absolutely brilliant.
Well, I mean, you could all you got to do is put a couple of thrusters on it and a guidance system, and then put a nuke.
Or not even that, or just put some kind of wave guide, or even like in Star Trek they had, what is it, the it's like a grappling hook, but it was array.
Do it simpler. Drill a hole in it, slide a nuke in it, and let the nuke act like a jet thrust, and just shoot it at the target you're going at. Kind of like playing 8-ball, man. You might not have 100% guidance where it's going to land.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But I mean, the tractor beam is the same idea. It just you don't have to put a device on it. It's less labor intensive.
You want you want it to be non-noticeable, so you can't use anything that something could be detected by humans or by anybody else for that matter.
Well, nuclear rocket would be easily detectable, I would think.
No, because if you core drill it and put the nuke inside, the nuke would just explode and push it. It would just look like a rogue comet shooting out in space.
Well, the same thing with a tractor beam.
No, a tractor beam is going to be a tractor beam. You're going to tell it's going to be able to be guided because the tractor beam is going to be fundamentally pulling. This is just going to be pushing along at an irregular pace. No real course. It'll be kind of wobbling around and stuff. Tractor beams do not do that.
Tractor beam would be easier.
Tractor beam would be, but then they would know it was you. I just can't know it's you.
How are they gonna? They wouldn't be able to detect it. We couldn't
come
detect
hunt you down day one and kill you. I can see it coming. Jay is not allowed to command the fleet now. We're not allowing Jay to command the fleet. That's it. We're putting him over there with the Air Force guys.
I've already got my spaceship. It's already up there waiting.
Yeah, we putting him with the Air Force guys. No, we got to go, guys. It's 12:30. Yeah. We out of news. We just
1:30 for me.
Actually, there are stuff we're good, but we're pretty good. No, we got everything we're gonna get. Well, there was some more. Jay had some, and I had some clips.
Some Instagram things and
but we can play them tomorrow. So
yeah,
I want to go eat something anyway to keep my stomach from losing its mind. But it was nice having everybody here. It was a nice show. Yes, I know Denise. We got off topic. Actually, I try to keep us on the news for the first hour and 20 minutes, but it just doesn't always work out.
And we did. We blazed through it.
But anyway, on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio News on the Flip Side. I hope you enjoyed the show. Of course, if you have any moans, groans, bitches, or complaint, write to Sean Kelly.
Yeah.
Actually, listen, y'all. Write to Sean Kelly and tell Sean to write to Michelle.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll give y'all a free.
He doesn't get into enough trouble with her already.
Quick segue. Amazon put the whatchamacallit copy of this on sale for 99 cents. The ebook copy for 99 cents.
42?
Yeah, book 42 of Writers of the Future. They're just recent winners. This one right here.
So the ebook is 99 cents. Is it like on sale, or is that?
Yeah, it's on sale for 99 cents. Yeah, because they were selling so many of them, Amazon went down on the price.
Wow. Well, you better pick them up because there's some decent artwork in there too, on top of the good stories.
I gotta go check my email, see how many people sent me emails to get the artwork. I keep forgetting to do it. Surprised Donnie and Colin bitched at me yet. But anyway, whoops, what the hell was that? Oh, drugs. Oh, wow. Benadryl, people, don't get all worked up. Anyway, on that note, I want to tell everyone thank you again for tuning in to United Public Radio News on the Flip Side. Have a good Saturday. We'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here with the Arthur's Quill, just getting in general trouble. Jay and I will be back with Sean on the chat. Amelia's going to come by and strip some food down for us.
Ooh. Is Amelia coming on for a food porn segment?
I have no idea. I'm just fucking with everybody. Anyway, no, good night. Oh, man. Good night, everybody.